I should have done a multi-Twitch link. It's all good.
Oh, does multi-Twitch still work?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we used to do back in the day was the
Yeah.
multi-Twitch, or there was another one with a different name.
And I only ever used multi-Twitch because it was good and it did the job and it worked. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it literally performed the exact same function. Sorry, not to cut you off. I have ADHD and I interrupt people. I try not to.
It's so good.
You know, so this is actually like I could do a TED talk on this, but I will do the short version. It's called cooperative overlapping. There are some cultures in which people do it. It's really common in Italian culture. It's really common in Jewish culture. It's really common in neurodivergent culture for us to cooperatively overlap as part of being an active participant in the conversation. But a lot of cultures are like, you're talking over me. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm enthusing with you. Just be able to process what I'm saying while you're talking, and then we're good. Like, come on, please. But
It's interesting because it's very much here you let everybody have their space to talk. So,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Stream wants to hear me? What?
Oh my god. Imagine wanting to be heard.
Well, congrats to Ali, Kale, and Alka for jumping up on the early career podium. And hi, everybody. We are streaming with the lovely Amy and Katie Quixotic, Amy Ward Art. We're going to do introductions, and you'll hear us talking on Discord. Of course, you heard them and not me, which is really funny, but it's a long story. There's been a lot going on. So we're here. I'm going to be doing coloring. I'm digital coloring. Amy, of course, is coloring with pencils.
Good. So I guess
and
by
Katie
the fact you're doing a ladybug, you are working on Treetop Treats.
I am. I couldn't resist all the cute little treats and the butterfly and the moth.
Did I send through to you Papaya? So Papaya is the older child, inspired by my real life niece and nephew. There's a whole story behind this page we'll get into for those that haven't heard it.
I didn't post on Discord. I have done nothing.
Yeah. But Papaya has actually coloured that page and has sent through the finished page, and I can't remember if I sent it through to you.
I think I was hanging out in your stream.
And you saw the pop-up?
Yeah, and you showed me, because I think it was the day that you released these. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't know they were inspired by like your real life, family members. And then you showed me the page that each of them colored, and how it was interesting that the younger one, who I'll show on my stream, this is the younger one. They colored all the things that were important to
what else am I forgetting?
You pointed out, and I was like, oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah, so there is
chat.
Peel.
How many other things have I missed?
Again, these are synonyms for their names, but Peel has done some of it. Papaya has coloured the entire thing
Katie's
now, so I have a completed page from Papaya. So it's the first ever one that's been completed, and it just made my heart squeal when I got it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Picture
I wonder if I could show you all
screen.
I don't think my cameras used to be able to do this, but I'll try and we'll see what happens. If I can show.
I'm gonna see if I can do this.
That's hilarious.
Oh.
Yeah, because I don't ever do the virtual camera. It doesn't do it. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
That's okay.
I'm gonna pull it right off of your stream if you don't mind.
All right. So I'll send it in our chat, and thank you for putting a multi-Twitch link there. I'll just chuck that in there. There's 101 things going. So for our Twitch friends, we're going to pin that in there too. That might make it a bit easier. So if you are on Twitch, you can do a multi-Twitch link, and then you can see all three of us together. For those of you on YouTube, some of our chat
Maybe I'll go over there. That way they're not covering my head. Perfect. Okay. Cool. There we go. Now I'll unmute in Discord. Hello again.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
How did I mute myself? That's so weird. I don't even know how I did that. I literally was like, is it okay if I show stream the coloring page? And then there was just silence. And I was like, I seem to have muted myself.
Got a little overboard
they didn't
there,
just ignore me. Yeah, I don't know what I've done.
No, you're all good. You're all good. That one is allowed to be shared out. So you are absolutely welcome to. And then if I go here, I'm just trying to, I need a third monitor. This is what's going on, is I need a third monitor.
Amy, I want a fourth right now, so yeah.
I don't have an input for a third monitor, so.
I say I want a fourth. I have 3 in a drawing tablet connected. I have 4.
Okay, that'll do. That'll do for now. Right, I think we're all good. So much set up.
A lot of setup. I have to see someone, so I'm going to deafen. I'll be right back.
Cool.
Good. Yes, one of the joys of following Katie on Twitch is that you get songs. It's so cute. Yes, so as you can see, Vi is joining us and is colouring digitally the colouring page and is working on Treetop Treats as well.
I am indeed. So I have Photoshop up here. And of course that then covers OBS, which makes it even harder to see, but I'm like, where did chat go? Where did everything go? All that I've done so far on actual coloring is the 2 kids' hair. Because I started thinking, since this is about your nibblings, or based on your nibblings, I should say.
Yeah.
I thought, well, what about my nieces and nephews? And then I was like, I have too many of them. And I don't want to base it off the kids that I have now. So I was like, we'll go with my youngest niece that I have met and my oldest nephew. So that's where I'm starting at, for better or worse. That's the idea here.
Yeah. I love that.
My oldest nephew is he 25?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. So,
I mean, it is a magical land. So, yeah, works.
Once upon a time. It's funny, though. I have 2 nephews. Well, 3 now. Because my brother's married. So the other one's my nephew, too. Okay, this is funny. I hadn't thought about this. All of my nephews lived with me. My oldest nephew, I moved into the same house as my sister. We were renting from my parents, but we lived together from his first birthday until he was 2. Then the next youngest nephew also lived in that same house at the same time and was born like a week after I moved in. Technically not my nephew at that point in time because his mom wasn't yet married to my older brother. But no, he was there when I was there when he came home from the hospital. And then the nephew that is with my younger brother that he married into, when he was 3, his mom called me. She was going through a divorce and she came and lived with me for 3 years.
I love it's funny because it is that they've all lived with you, but I love the fact that you've got the sort of family where they can all,
Yeah. Absolutely.
Sweet. Yeah. Also, yes, Mandy, I see your question, and as soon as Katie is back, we will get a proper introduction done. We've been meaning to. We're just waiting for Vi to get set up on stream, and then we'll do a proper introduction, and everyone can meet everyone properly. But the screen you see above me, this is actually Vi who is colouring, and I have their footage, and then Katie is just a voice. they are live, but they can't send their stream through to us. So you just hear Katie's voice, and then I will be able to go and capture the stream every once in a while. That's why I have like 400 things open.
This is why people do 2 PC setups.
Yeah, I understand why. I'm not going to be able to do that.
Oh no, same. I mean, I am set up for it, as you know, but
yeah. But
oh my gosh,
kidding when we say Via's our tech goddess. Every time something goes wrong on a stream, I'm like, Vi, help!
It's so fun. Like, we had some tech talks earlier, and on Monday I'm going to be doing a late night tech stream. Staying up until 1 a.m. doing tech, my brain might actually short out.
Yeah.
But I'm still looking forward to it anyways.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
You can see the art text, Mandy. I will just do like art text every once in a while. So yeah, feel free to send it through. We'll just do art text like in a big clump at one point. But yeah, absolutely. I love art text.
And for those who are watching on my screen, I am using, for the coloring, I'm just using the paintbrush tool. And I took the pages that Amy has on her Ko-Fi, and I dropped out the background. So I just used the background erase tool and took the white off the background and just made it line work. And so there is a white layer behind it just because looking at the grid would be annoying. And then I'm coloring on a single layer in the middle. So I'm not doing like, this is the cupcake and this is this. We're not doing a separated out piece. I'm just coloring as if it is a sheet of paper. And then I'm using the brush tool, and then I'll use probably where I will cheat, don't tell Amy, but I'm going to use the like dodge and burn tools to shade and highlight.
Oh, that's not cheating. That's using the tools that are already there. That's fine.
It's like having a different pencil, but being like, I need it to be 10% brighter and getting exactly that color.
That's fine. I have physical pencils.
I thought about going physical,
layer 400 pencils to get that exact 10% brightness.
That's right.
Vi is short for violacious, so that is violacious is the full. We use Vi because I don't know, it just tends to be shortened.
It's what everybody shortens it to, including my family. They all call me Vi as well.
Yeah.
Close that. Oh, you've got your YouTube chat too. I was like, wait, what are we?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I was like, I've got too many things up. Yeah. There isn't a multi-chat yet. Oh,
that does wonder. YouTube and Twitch. It would be something that would be amazing if it could be done, because
I'm like between Stream Elements and Streamlabs and Caster Labs, one of them has got to be capable of putting that together.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, we capture both on stream, but yeah, it should be feasible.
You think there is one? You follow 2 people with that ability? Okay. You follow 2 people with that ability in bed? Oh my god. We're trying to keep it PG, so I won't read all of Embedbot's notices today.
Thank you.
No, that was my scramble last night was if chat goes feral, like I'm going to need to mute and deafen really quickly so that I can talk with them.
Mm-hmm. No, that's why it was a good suggestion to stick to Discord. And I know Katie quite often needs to do singing stuff as well. So, yeah.
PG?
Yeah, I tend to keep things very low-key, very PG-ish, because I say that my stream is a safe, glittery bubble on the internet, and it is something that when I was going through some really tough times, I always looked for those spaces that felt very glittery, happy, positive, and safe. And that's what I aim to do in my stream, because if I'm having a bad day, it's what I need. And I know there's a lot of people out there that often come to stream because they know it's going to be, a safer space. And yeah, I mean, we colour in things, we make bright, happy worlds. And yes, there are things going on in the real world and they're serious and they are important to discuss. But sometimes you also need a space where things aren't going to be discussed and you can just chill. Yeah. Can you just side by side screens and still be able to see all the chats? Honestly, if you could see how loaded my screens are right now and how small I have everything to try and keep everything on screen.
I love that the answers to PG, very pro-gay, and then PG, you mean pineapple grapes? And I'm like, wait, I know that there's cotton candy grapes, but are pineapple grapes really a thing? Because that feels like it's totally something that there would be, and it would be like this weird citrusy grape, which also sounds kind of delicious.
It sounds good. You can also do that thing with grapes where you soak them in lime juice and freeze them. So you could also, in theory, do that with pineapple juice.
Okay.
Yeah.
A thing that people, I'm back by the way, that people were doing, I remember this was when I was younger, and there's all those how to eat sweet treats without, while consuming fewer calories tricks or whatever. Sorry, content warning. But a thing that a bunch of gals were doing was they were soaking grapes in water so that they would be nice and wet, and they were rolling them in Jello powder, just the straight powder,
dusting
gelatin? It over the tops of them. Like the actual name brand Jello. So it would be the flavored. Mm-hmm. So lime, a lime was a popular one. So a lime flavored Jello, the powdered mix, they just wouldn't moisten it at all. It would just be the dry powder, and they'd roll the grapes over it, and then they'd freeze them. And it turns into a crunchy, chewy, limey grape. And it's kind of like candy, but it's supposedly, I don't know.
It's still fruit. Oh.
Yeah, you're eating fruit instead of eating candy is the the thought process there. Mm-mm. I do love a frozen grape. I frequently freeze my grapes. What is your favorite grape?
My favorite grape is the same as my favorite food, whatever I happen to be eating at the moment.
Perfect.
Fair. I love that.
Yeah. There's a reason we go with fed is best on this channel, because it's just whatever you're eating.
Food is fuel and Oreos are vegan,
But yes, if you've got a moment to breathe, should we do proper introductions? Because people are asking who you are.
Yes, let's do that.
Yes. Yeah. Katie, shall you introduce yourself first, since you might get called out to do a singing thing?
Hello everyone, I'm Katie Quixotic. I'm a variety streamer, or as we like to say, an ADHD streamer. My tagline to that is always, I'm easily distracted and very forgetful, but I'm nice, so I get by. I do some cozy game streaming. I used to do more crafty things, and I do plan to get back into that. Especially, I was on hold for a long time because my second camera wouldn't work in OBS, but it's working again now, which is enabling the coloring. And so I will be doing some crafty stuff, and we basically play everything but first-person shooters and real-time strategy on my channel. And I sing a lot, sometimes for chat, sometimes for myself. Sometimes I'm just I was working on this thing, and you have to, you are a captive audience, and unfortunately for you, you have no choice to opt out but to listening to me unless you mute yourself. So that's pretty much me in a nutshell.
Oh gosh, yes. No, I stumbled across Katie one day streaming a mega modded Stardew. It was suggested that I raid into you, and I was like, yep, this is my space. You were dressed up as a flower fairy, and I was like, yep, we're here. We're home.
Oh my gosh, I remember that day. Yeah, I have a closet cosplay command. It's off right now because I've got backup ones I need to get through, but I've done a Korok, or like specifically the like big Korok guy, Hestu or whatever. And I've done Impa, like old lady Impa from Breath of the Wild, and I did Princess Zelda, and I did a Great Fairy, and then like I think that was the one that had the butterfly crown. And I've done some other things, and I have several upcoming. Some are funnier and some are more serious. Somebody redeemed and made me. I'm gonna have to dress up as the horse god fairy. I'm still working exactly out how I'm gonna do that, but that's what I'll be wearing when I finally finish Tears of the Kingdom. So
that sounds like quite the finale.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, it's kind of appropriate because Vi also dresses up quite frequently too, and I'm realizing I need to pull on my costumes into this stream apparently because that's a thing.
I mean, you had your jester costume out of the closet just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I did. I was talking about it. But yeah, Vi, tell us all about you.
All right, Violacious, but as you can tell, most people just call me Vi because one syllable is so much easier. I'm also a variety streamer, although I'm trying to keep myself a little more focused. Don't look at March as an example of that because this month is going to be absolutely crazy. Right now I'm playing through Expedition 33. Elden Ring is up next, followed by Final Fantasy IX. Except that it's Women's History Month, and it's International Women's Day where Amy's at right now. So I'm so thrilled to be here with Amy and Katie today. Tomorrow I'm going to be on Twitch Rivals. So I'm freaking ecstatic about that. We're doing Overcooked. Then Monday, like I said, I'm going to be doing a late tech stream, actually trying to create a custom role-playing game based on the idea of Wonderland that can be interacted with via Twitch chat. So there will be character creation and monster battles and a stat block that is not included in any other RPG to date. So rather than just like writing some code, I was like, why don't we create an entire new game world and system?
Oh my gosh. Casually on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just like, I'm not doing anything. And then Thursday, I'm going to be on a panel about women in the gaming and streaming industry. Oh my God. Then I'm taking a day off and going to cabaret with my brother. So yeah, that's not content. Finally getting away from the computer. Yeah. And then what else? I ended up putting my calendar into Discord because I can't keep track of what I'm supposed to do or where I'm supposed to be. March 15th, I'll be doing a speed run of Hollow Knight.
Yep.
And then on March 31st, I'll be part of many streamers doing panel discussions over on It Gets Better. We'll be raising money for It Gets Better and doing a panel over on their channel.
We love charity streams.
Yes, we do. And that's the joke because then the following day is another charity stream for 1000 Dream Fund. And that's the talent show. So, of course, I'll be doing karaoke because I don't get to do it very often. And I will just puff the hell out of my inhaler so that my lungs are functional and then use them up.
Mandy would like to know if you've ever played The Witcher.
I have not played The Witcher. I've played a lot of games, but I have not played the Witcher series at all.
Ooh.
I'm so excited for Overcooked on Rivals. Yeah, The Witcher. What about it?
That's how that's one of the things that I've actually watched in full because Ruby streamed it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I could see that being another game that you could sink a lot of hours into.
Oh, easily.
Oh, I spent the better part of 6 straight months streaming nothing but The Witcher 3 and all the DLC.
Yeah.
And I did every single quest there was to do, but like 4 of them because I was like, I don't really care about these other sets of armor that much, and I don't feel the need to do a 100%. I just liked the world, and so then I finally beat it.
The world is amazing. It's a beautiful game. Again, just watching someone else play it because I ain't got the time for that.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I want to add another one of those to my list for this year, but only so that I can have some time for later in the year for other releases. Like, I'm really excited that just in like 19 days, another Life is Strange game is being released.
Yes.
And it's the final chapter of Max and Chloe's story.
Oh.
Have you played all of them to date?
No, I watched somebody. This is. I don't, it's like a whole different era of my life. I watched somebody stream the whole game.
Okay.
The whole first one.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not really into narrative games. Yeah, so there's Life is Strange, and then Max and Chloe's story. Before the Storm is Chloe before Max came back. And then Life is Strange 2 is 2 Latino boys from Seattle. And then True Colors is like college kids and a completely different set. And then they have Double Exposure, which is Max, but now she's a artist in residence at a college. And like life has moved forward and it follows this different plot. But then the next one, I think it's Reunion or something. I didn't remember to actually look at it. I added it to my wish list and was like, yeah, I have to leave town that day. So this is just going to be for later in the year, and I'll just be looking forward to it.
So just be sitting here for now.
Yeah. It's like there's enough games in my backlog that I don't need to add it until it goes on sale. So at least that's nice. Otherwise, I'd be like, I need to pre-order this so I can have it on release day. But it was funny to me because I wasn't really a narrative game person. I prefer stories where I can do voice acting and like RPGs or more action focused, things like that. And then I played, the first one I did was off stream, but it was Tell Me Why.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good game.
Gorgeous game. I actually lived in Juneau, Alaska. So
sorry.
You haven't finished it?
I started playing it forever ago, and I just realized I've never finished it.
Oh my gosh.
You'll need to have a finishing off stream where you actually sit down and finish it.
Yeah, I mean, I have ADHD. There's a lot of games I started and never finished. It's like a whole thing. I do need to finish that one, though. It was very good. I don't remember why I stopped playing it. Oh, I think we were playing it and Tears of the Kingdom got announced, and I was like, shit, I need to finish Breath of the Wild. And then my whole stream became Breath of the Wild. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Sounds like a proper ADHD transition there to a different game.
Is this where I admit that I have still not played a Legend of Zelda game?
None?
I remember the first time you said that, and I was like, be still my heart. I don't know how you've survived this long, missing out on one of life's greatest pleasures, frankly.
I know, I've watched plenty of people play them, and I know it's something I'd enjoy, but I also know I just don't have the time or the desire to sink into one of those games. Yeah.
Listen, if you watch somebody play it, that's basically the experience of playing it. So
exactly. I am somebody who, because I am usually coloring, I tend to put up streams of people playing the games that I'm interested in playing, and then I feel like I've played the games because I've watched them play. And I don't know if that's the same with other people who are like semi-interested in games but also want to have time to do things.
Yeah. Black Moon Rose wants to know, have you played Pokemon games?
That I have.
Which one? Or plurals?
Oh gosh. Yeah. What was I'm gonna need to Google names. It was like was it Violet? Was one of the recent ones?
Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, that one. So definitely that one. And then my very first one was actually on Game Boy Advance. I want to say it's Diamond. I could be wrong on that, but
Diamond and Pearl or whatever.
Yeah, so fun fact about me, I grew up in quite a religious home, and Pokemon was banned because it's evolution and Pocket Monsters, and the church went nope. So I didn't get to watch the TV show anymore, which sucked because I love the TV show. And then I went to finish high school with a aunt and cousin and live with them. And my cousin, in one weekend, we went to see a franchise I no longer support because of the author, but we went to see a certain Wizards movie that was banned by the church. And I was like, okay, this story is actually kind of cool and I really like it. And then we came home and the cousin went, do you want to play Pokemon since you're doing all the things you're not meant to do? And I was like, yeah, why not?
That's a good friend. While you're here in Breaking Rules and you'll never be found out, let's get all of this shit knocked out.
But yeah, it was fun. It was definitely fun to do that. And it's just, home isn't anywhere near like that anymore. So it's all good.
Good.
Yeah. Tell me your starter.
So Kat said that view okay, not a lost cause joke. Oh. Good. I have not really played any Pokemon game. I played like 15 minutes of, I think it was Pokemon Stadium, but I don't think that's right either. It was with my kid's friend. No, my friend's kid. Let's rewind that.
I was like, oh, there's something I didn't know.
No, I don't have my own kids. I just like temporarily adopt other people's.
Oh yeah, I am everyone's wine-ons. Absolutely.
Yeah. I've been taking care of the same 5 for like the last 3 years. So it's really tough. I find myself slipping and calling them my kids pretty regularly now. And I'm like, they're not at that point technically, but
it's all to do with the heart. It's not to do with genetics. I'm adopted.
Exactly.
Yeah. We got a little sidetracked. Amy has not done an introduction.
Oh, you're right.
We should do that.
Yeah. I was sorry. Smalt asked me what my actual starter was from the game, and I can't even remember what my starter was. I was like 15 at the time of this. No, it wasn't. I was finishing high school, so 17. Yeah, cannot remember. So kia ora. My name is Amy. I am a colorist based in Aotearoa, New Zealand. I primarily stream adult colouring, but recently I've also been streaming, designing and working on colouring pages, which has been quite a step for me. I have a autoimmune inflammatory arthritis, and a fall unfortunately meant that my hands got a bit damaged because of that. And it's taken a while for me to feel. I fell into colouring to regain hand strength and to relearn how to control my hands. And it's taken a while for me to feel confident about drawing again after the fall. So I recently did a charity stream where we were raising money for the World Cancer Research Fund. And for certain initiatives, I said if we reach that point, I will design and release colouring pages, because I've had this design in my head for gosh knows how long, of a cute story. And so yeah, that's what we've been doing lately, and that's why we've got these colouring pages. And yeah, again, I think both Vi and Katie have links available, but basically Amy Ward on Ko-fi. Amy is AMIE, just to be difficult. And yeah, they're absolutely free. Please feel free to download them, colour them. I hope they bring you a little bit of joy and a little bit of respite in this crazy times, because we all need a little bit of positivity, I think. And the story it's really cute. It basically started around the 2 kids in this story, because it's a whole book, it's a whole story, but basically the 2 kids are inspired by my nibblings, as I call them, which is my nieces and nephews. And I was babysitting them one day, and they asked me what happens when Shadow the cat jumps over the back fence and heads down to the bottom garden. And me being a DM for tabletop roleplay, of course, did the tabletop roleplay DM thing and made up a story, as you do.
As you do.
Yeah, and so I made up the story about this magical world at the bottom of the garden that the cat went into, and just all these adventures, and then they started coming up with different ideas of what was in this world. And then one night I was having a really bad night, and this little story I told, I started visualizing it in my head as the coloring book, and I was like, that would actually be really, really adorable. So something I've wanted to do for, gosh, quite a few months, quite a while, but it was just getting that confidence back after the fall. Is I think a lot of us, when we've gone through something where we've had an injury and in one way or another we can't perform like we used to, it's very hard to move past comparing to your past self, even though it's a very bad thing that you should not do, because but it is a very hard mental block to work through. But we've moved through it and they're released, and they bring me a lot of joy, and it means a lot to me that you're both here coloring with me, and I can't wait to see what people do with them.
Yeah. I actually, when I was give everyone like the brief intros, I explained it as like, you haven't gone through something similar to me, because I got vocal nodules and lost my singing voice, and had to, I went from being scouted at 14 by a prestigious music university to 2 years into studying with them at the university being told, it's not coming back, you're going to have to go do something else. So I totally get that. Like that. It's really vulnerable, and it's really hard not to compare yourself to things you know you could do. But it's good to work through that healing journey and be able to celebrate the art that you can still create, the art that is perfectly valid and wonderful. I love this. So I'm glad you have done this, and I'm glad that that healing has found its way to you. I say that as if you didn't have to do a lot of work to get there. You know, I'm glad that you were able to do the work.
Yeah, there was definitely a point that I was like, I think I'm ready to do this. I just need to do it. And there was a long time of like, I don't know. And then when the charity stream came up, I was like, actually, this is a really good excuse to force myself to do it in a way. Like, I want to do this. I just need that little kick. And so having that commitment of when we raise 500 and then £1,000, I'm going to do this. And it's meant a lot too, that like the community has come on board, and they've been helping me as we design and we talk about the story and the little scenarios. And again, it's like, you know, it's very, I think Vi described it as Wonderlandish, because it is in a way. It's the kids go and they do all sorts of wild things. Like in the page I'm coloring Leaf Rider. So the page is them riding leaves down a river. You know, Papaya is surfing it like a surfboard, Peel is riding it like a little boat, and you've got Shadow the cat, like what the hell, you know, he's a cat but riding it. We've got the treats, which of course had to feature all the delicious candies and deliciousness, because in my head the giant trees are like malls and apartment complexes and stuff like that, so you're just seeing like a couple of shops in the tree. And then the next one that I'm working on is the Mermaid Lake, because there's a massive mermaid lake with an octopus at the bottom of it. The other things that
have a garden. Sorry, an octopus's garden in the lake. No, okay.
In a way, I mean, the octopus is also a potion maker, and the mermaids dive for pearls and gems and treasures and seaweed snacks, and then they make potions. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why they make potions. And the very important thing passed on from Papaya about the mermaids is they have pockets.
That is wonderful.
Yeah, mermaids have pockets, y'all.
like a pouch pocket, like a kangaroo, like a marsupial, or like.
I haven't figured out how I'm going to design that yet, but I've been told very specifically mermaids have pockets. So, you know, I'm like, okay.
Can I float an idea your way?
You absolutely can.
So you know how they always have the like sheer kind of like ruffle fin around the top of the mermaid tail? Or if they had a second layer that pressed up against their body and they could control, and they would just open that up to reach into it as the pockets.
So it's like a TARDIS space of pockets. Infinitely expandable pocket.
Yeah, absolutely, because they're mermaids.
Yeah. That's actually quite a cool concept.
I had to stop and just color the mac and cheese here because you put mac and cheese on this.
This is what I love. So when I designed this, I drew things thinking there'd be one thing, but I tried to leave it generic enough that you could interpret things your own way. So you interpret that as mac and cheese. That is Cheeto Puff style chips.
Oh, I'm definitely sticking with mac and cheese then, because I don't like Cheetos. I know that you're not a fan of mac and cheese, so I was like,
no.
Oh, this is brilliant.
Yeah, no, that's the point. It's designed that, like, there's certain things that I was like, okay, it might be quite clearly this, but also it could be something else. So, yeah. I want you to be able to use your creativity on the page and go, actually, it's going to be this. So, yeah, it's a instant mac and cheese. You know, that's a snack. I know for a lot of people that's a standard snack.
Oh, absolutely.
Cheese puffs.
The autism standard snack.
I have bags of Cheetos because I get the variety pack of chips and then I never eat the Cheetos. And then somebody will come over and I am just like, here, take this box full of Cheetos with you.
You at some point you just start to seem like a Shady Underground Cheetos merchant.
I mean, a little bit.
Opening up a jacket and shoving Cheetos at people.
Like I said, I temporarily adopt kids. I'm like, I will feed your kids Cheetos.
Other things too, probably, but Cheetos.
Yeah, but definitely Cheetos. That one's happening for sure.
Now, what would be really interesting is if I sent you some New Zealand Cheetos, because we do actually have Cheetos here, but they're made locally and they're different. And they actually taste different as well. So, right. Fun fact,
well, yeah, because your food is
with that.
So, and made locally by the Bluebird Company. I mean, they're very artificial. But I don't think ours are like as orange as yours as well. I mean, it looks really orange in that bag, but if I pull it out to the light, it's more like a light yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like cheese, which is not orange, in fact, but is a light yellow.
Yeah. But yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like I've had, because of some wonderful American friends, I've had, for example, American-made Doritos and compared them to New Zealand-made Doritos and a couple of things like that. And there's a definite taste difference between our brands, because, again, ours is made locally to local standards, even though it's got that international branding on it. It's the same with our Doritos and a few other brand products that they have started making here, so... But normally when we think of cheese puff here, we think of a thing called Twisties. So that's what we will be more likely to have here, Twisties.
I just I've made a lot of European friends over the years. And something that's consistently come up is every time they've tried American food, even the ones that can pass the laws to be sold in their countries, bar none, everyone says they taste like chemicals. And I'm like, yep,
or
our
super
food's
sweet.
Not real. Yeah. Well, yeah, they're all super sweet. That is definitely feedback that I always got. But aside from being like super sweet, it literally just tastes like chemicals to people because of how fake our food is.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why every time I send a care package out to somebody, I try to at least get some New Zealand chocolate in there.
Yes. God, I'm not like a big hot chocolate person, but one time during a very dark time in my life, my lovely friends Jen, that's Tom and Ginny turned into Jen. Ginny and Tom, they sent me like a care package of UK specific treats, and amongst it was like UK Cadbury chocolate hot chocolate, and it's really good. It's like the only hot chocolate I actually liked.
Sounds amazing. I miss it. There used to be a candy store down I go to the Oregon coast a lot, and the town where I stay, there's a couple of candy shops, including like one of the few places left where you can get saltwater taffy, where they pull it in the room while you're standing there and then you walk out with fresh taffy. But down on the waterfront, there was this really shady candy store, and it was always poorly stocked. But the guy would be selling like expired candies and illegally acquired candies because he was selling all of the stuff that we're not allowed to technically have in America. And so he was like smuggling in candy to sell in his shop.
Oh my God.
It was
Imagine
was
a
so
candy
good.
being so illegal you can't have it here.
Yeah.
Like, that's got to be really bad candy because ours is not real.
That's what you think, is that it has to be really bad. And then it's like, oh no, this is just chocolate without all the preservatives. Or this is the one that has the toy inside and the FDA won't allow that to happen. Like,
Kinder Eggs were illegal for a long time. They're not anymore. But
some of
I
them
think
are.
that's because Kinder changed it where the toys aren't inside the chocolate anymore.
Not
They're
directly,
inside, like an egg.
Yep.
They changed the egg style, so now it's like a bigger egg rather than a small capsule.
Mm-hmm. Like
Kinder Eggs, those were my childhood Kinder Eggs. So good. My mum used to collect them, so we also got a lot of Kinder Egg chocolate.
Fair. It is good chocolate. It's not the ones that make it over to the US anyway. It's like good chocolate, but it's not something to write home about, but I'm sure it's different over here than there. And also I don't have like a what is the word I'm thinking of? A
nostalgia.
Nostalgic. Yeah, I don't have a nostalgia with them.
It's definitely nostalgia for me. It's very sweet chocolate. It's not my go-to chocolate. Again, Whittaker's is hands down the only chocolate I eat, because not to be like snobbish, but genuinely it's good chocolate.
Well, and the thing is, like, it's really common amongst neurodivergents too to be like, I want chocolate and I want the chocolate that I like, because if it's not the chocolate that I like, I don't like it. And nothing is good if it's not the specific thing that I want right in this moment. So, when
the government is shut down, you joke with your friends.
Just whatever I'm eating right now.
To toss Kinder Eggs across the border, your Canadian friends. That sounds wonderful. It's really funny. I've kind of joked about it, but when I was a teenager, one of the places where I hung out a lot backs up against the Canadian border. And it's 300 acres that backs up against the border. So there's just trees. And then we're out riding four-wheelers and we get to the back edge of the property and we're looking and there's a street and it comes down and it makes a 90-degree corner and then it goes down the road and there's just a little sign that says Canada. And we're like, no, it's not that easy. And we just walk over and just step across the street and you're in Canada. Like, you're not supposed to. But then I watched a video recently and it was like, what would happen if you're a US citizen and you cross the border into Canada? You're like, pretty much nothing. We're not instructed to stop you. Like, not for that anyway. But if you step across north and try to step back south, then they are instructed to stop you.
Yeah.
So it's only coming this way.
Yeah, exactly. Although I will say, I had a friend in Canada who lived in Toronto, and I went and visited her like 2 or 3 summers in a row. And it was lovely because I would basically go as soon as it started to get hot in Texas. It was back when I lived in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And I would escape the Texas heat for ever so slightly longer, like 1 more week, by going up to Toronto. And the second time I went, not the first time, but the second time I went, I guess because I was traveling by myself, or maybe this was the third time then because I was traveling by myself. I'm at the crossing. I was on a bus because I would fly into Buffalo and then I would bus into Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
It was easier that way. So I'm doing the crossing like on land. And the Canadian side was like, and you don't have any tasers, any like foldable weapons like clubs, no firearms, no pepper spray. I was like, nope. And the guy like looks at me and kind of looks at me up and down, and I'm always dressed really femme and girly, as as I'm wont to do. And he was like, not even pepper spray? And I looked at him and I was like, no, I have like some makeup and some hairspray with me. I mean, my bag's right there if you want to check it. And he was just like, nothing, not even pepper. He was so all about this pepper spray. He was so sure I was smuggling pepper spray somehow. And I was like, no, like, make me say it louder in this room full of people that I don't have any weapons or pepper spray on me. I love it. Let's do it again. How about how many times can you ask me the same question and I can answer? And he didn't believe me. And they did search my bag. They were so worried I was going to have pepper spray. And he was like, so you're traveling all the way to Canada without pepper spray? I was like, yeah, it's Canada. And he just looked at me, and I like point out my ID again, showing that I'm from Texas. And he kind of goes, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he finally let me go. And I was like, why is Canada so worried that I should be? I'm taller than you, dude. Like, why are you so worried about me carrying pepper spray? If someone was going to try something, I'm probably stronger than them. Like, what? Like, please. But I was just and that's the only time I've ever been hassled by any type of search anything. And it was a Canadian guy, really certain that I must be traveling with pepper spray. And I was like, somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. It was really funny to me.
And then when you come here, we're more worried about mud on your shoes.
Literally.
Well, that makes more sense, though. That's like, whether or not you bring fruit into an area. Like, when you drive up over the mountains in Washington, you will see signs that'll say Apple Maggot Quarantine Area, and they don't want you to bring fruit. Even though you're not like going through a crossing, you're not supposed to carry it because the west side has an apple maggot, and on the east side, we're one of the top provider of apples in the world. So if those bugs go over the mountains and aren't under control, it's disastrous for our state economy.
Hazard.
And hi,
biosecurity
good to
is
see
a
you.
big thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm on the border of Canada and USA. Oh, good Stardust. Yeah, we got people from all over.
People from all over.
Yeah. We did also get a little bit of a self-care reminder before because it has been an hour. So I think that's probably a good indication to stretch for me at the very least.
Oh,
I should stretch. I've gotten like 3 hydrates while we've been sitting here. I'm like, okay.
Catch up on all the things.
Right.
I also have some
for a minute. I'll be right back.
And you thought Disney security was a hassle. I'll mute for a second, but
yeah.
Did we all see that Nintendo is suing the government for using their Pokopia logo maker as promo for the government here?
Good. Nintendo has enough money. They might actually be able to do something.
I was like, if anybody's lawyers are going to actually win against the feds in this country, it's Nintendo or Disney.
Nintendo or Disney, yeah. The two big names that they won't piss off. Disney because they control so much of the active ground economy and stuff like that, and Nintendo because like it's an honor-based culture. They will proceed like purely like even if they have to spend a bunch of money on it, they will proceed purely on the fact that like this is something they do not want associated with them. So.
Well, and don't they go back to like mid 1800s?
1800s? I don't know that much. Here's what I know about Nintendo. I'm upset though. I keep having to get their hardware, which is inferior to my PC, and I wish they would just release their games on PC.
Oh my God,
and I boycotted
seriously.
them for a long time because of that. And then they've released Breath of the Wild, and I was like, apparently my morals have a price. And The Legend of Zelda, the very first Legend of Zelda, was released the day after my birthday. Literally, the day before my birthday. I was born the day after the first Legend of Zelda. That is what I know about Nintendo.
Amazing. So they were founded in 1889.
What were they originally? Obviously not a video game company.
They were playing cards.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I think sex hotels, but
Love that.
And with that, I will deafen.
Sorry.
PG, folks. PG.
Hey, we're just talking history.
That's true. It's academic. It's allowed if it's academic. Okay.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
I'll mute the Discord side, so I'm not sending them anything. But you have a friend. She married a Canadian, was going through the citizenship thing. It was close to the end of her visa. Problem, she was a week before she had to give birth, and she was like, I don't want to cross the border to give birth. Oh my God. Amber, hi. We got in a little practice session earlier. I am so excited for tomorrow. And then we'll get another practice session in later. So whenever you're available, just let me know. like I said, I want to color with my friends here for a little bit. We're streaming with Katie Quixotic and Amy Ward Art, and I should really put that in my title. You promise this is a joke? Oh. He said, yes, I will cross my legs and have them convince me to birth in your nation. He joked, saying, and this is how the land was made, because no one wanted to clean her water. Wow. You're working on a coloring project yourself? Nice. This one here, I'll put it onto the screen. The lovely Amy Ward Art actually drew this, and she's here with us today. She's muted right now, but she'll be back in just a bit. Of course, I would push the wrong buttons. Oh, I can't make it do it there because I didn't use that chat window. Can I make it do it here again? Yes. There we go. That is the link over to Amy's Ko-Fi, and this page as well as another one are actually available for free. She drew it as part of a charity stream, and so these pages are based on a little story that Amy is creating, and it's about her nibblings. So this is representations of her niece and nephew, or variations on them. And then the cat Shadow, who's down here, because the kids asked, where does the cat go when he drops over the fence down into the garden? What is the story of him? And so this is one of the pages from that story, and she's got two done. The one that you see up above me there is what Amy's coloring, and that is the kids like surfing down a rainbow river on riding leaves. Oh, racing down the river even. So much fun, and they are for free. You can download them right off of there. I'm doing mine digitally. Amy's is, I know it's a lot of colored pencils. After these messages, we've got ads. So that happened. Luckily the citizenship came in like a day before her kid came. Oh my God. Do they want to adopt me? Like, how do I get out of this place? No, my mom started messaging me the other day. Why are you not actual pixeling? Excuse me? Okay, fine. I probably did something. Oh, my mouse is stuck in chat. That's why. There we go. We have all these lollipops, candies. There's so much to color in here that's just like little things that are fun. I feel like I should do this top row since I kind of started working on it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to start with something in a more bold pink here for this dripping frosting here. Amy is a colorist, so when she's back on, she knows a lot more about color theory and picking where things go, all of that kind of stuff. I am just like, what sounds like fun over here? And because of the way that I'm doing this, I could just as easily be using the paint bucket and quickly color all of this in. I'm using the brush tool because it's fun. Let me also get a shout out for Amber. Oh, I'll have to move my mouse again. There we go. Whoa. What am I? I wasn't on the keyboard, but somehow it decided I was pushing spacebar. Wait, there's now a shared chat command? Since when? Oh, my cord is hitting. There we go. It's hard to see because there's too much happening on my screen right now. But up there in the corner, you see an Ace of Hearts. That is Analog Amber. Amber is one of our team members for the Twitch Women's Guild, or Twitch Women United, Twitch Rivals tomorrow. And we are starting at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So super, super excited. We've got an amazing team. It's Amber, Thick Sparkle Butt, and Allie from the Dynamite Twins. So we've got one of the two twins. They're both going to be participating on different teams. So that's going to be really exciting tomorrow too. We did a little bit of playing earlier just to be certain. Wait, what is happening here? Did I hit the history brush? No, I didn't. I think I broke Photoshop. This is fine. I did, though. How did I manage that? Eyedropper. You're working. Paintbrush. You're not working. One moment. I'm just going to restart it. Oh my God. When my computer was getting buttons pushed, it locked the layer.
Well, I'm deafened, so we're actually back in the Discord call.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. Feel much better after a bathroom break and some Arctics.
Oh, good. I realized I was without music, and once there were no more voices, I was like, I'm all alone. I can hear the thoughts in my head. This isn't good.
Oh no, so there's also Artax in the Discord. I have missed that. I am so sorry. Let me pull that up right now. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous Artax too. For anyone in Vice Stream that's like, what the heck is Amy talking about? We have this thing called Artax where people send through whatever they're colouring or whatever they're working on. Then I pull it up on stream and share it with the chat. Because we love that. So we're going to lose Vi here for a second, potentially.
That's okay. That's justified.
Nope, we're good. All right. Do I have a browser window on this one? Probably not. Just me finding out. Oh, not that one. I want that one. I really have got to clean up my window captures. You can see my 4 billion tabs opened. This one is through from Nif. Thank you, Smalt, for alerting me that I had not finished doing my art text.
I've been trying to think if Amy maybe you'd be a good person to vet this through or just bounce this
No
idea
way.
off of. With this year starting, Bob is off on a new music adventure, and I'm back to my typical discovery methods. But I feel like I still want to do something with music. And I was thinking about maybe like highlighting 1 or 2 songs a week and like dropping a reel or something with just here's something that caught my ear that I'd like to introduce people to.
I think that's probably a good way to do it, because also you might be able to tell a little bit more about the story behind the song, or like not every piece of music, but there's a lot of music out there that actually has really interesting stories behind it too. And if you can happen to find out about that story and share that story,
sure,
and why it connected with you, yeah,
it's funny because I have the songs that caught my ear list, and it's not like, oh, this is a great song, or this song is perfect for everyone. It's, I was listening to this song, and like halfway through, there is a really unique drum beat, and that captured my attention, and for these reasons.
Yeah.
Because it is really all over the place. You'll hear songs where I'm like, honestly, I don't care for this singer. I don't care for the music they're playing, but the lyrics like ripped me apart.
Yeah. So it's why X, Y, and Z connected with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I hope you guys don't mind tonight, but I'm sitting here coloring all of these sweets while I realize that there is a frozen Dutch apple pie in my fridge my freezer right this moment. And that's totally going in my oven.
Yeah. How many times have we seen come to Amy streams with snacks? Because it's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
My snack has been a Quickies. Yay!
I don't know what that is. Your scalp is currently being bathed by a cat pencil butter.
No
hairballs.
That's right. These thingies, they're just like heartburn, chewy.
Oh, yeah, it's like oh my God, what are those? Rolaids?
Haven't heard of that one.
It's a US one, but they used to have almost like a gum-like texture one that came in a pack like that you could carry in like the purse pack kind of thing.
Yeah. It's not something I normally do. It's just because of the stomach issues this week and the ED.
Oh God.
Did I get to tell you that I went to ED?
No, not for you.
Yeah. This one was for me. Yeah, it's been a time lately, Vi.
It has been a time for so many. We can get into that later. Let me hear more of this story.
Yeah. Oh God. Basically, so for context, my mum got rushed to hospital a week and a half ago with sepsis. Was crazy intense, but she's doing better now. She's back home. We may have to go back to the ED to get IV antibiotics for her at some stage this week, but so far she's doing all right. On Friday I started developing symptoms of I have diverticulitis. We reckon, which is basically like where you get these little pockets in your bowel.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically got an attack of that, but the attack was so severe and so strong. It's literally like someone is taking your intestines and twisting it and wringing it out like it's a towel. And the pressure and intensity of it was so strong that it actually managed to swell up my intestine so much that part of it poked through as a hernia.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I got rushed by ambulance to the hospital on Friday, which is why Friday night streams got cancelled, folks. But yeah, we're doing it right now. Again, the flare has settled down. It now just feels like someone's punched me in the guts, and it will pass in time, and then we'll follow up with GP stuff and look into it more. But yeah, not fun.
No, that doesn't sound like fun at all.
No, not really.
I want a different color here.
Sorry. Yeah, we
Yep.
say ED for emergency department, but yeah, I mean ER like emergency room or A&E, accident and emergency. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. It's just those little things you don't think of. Yeah.
Do I want a
Those small
soft green
little
here?
globalizations. Where are we
A little more
doing soft
pigmented.
green? Yeah.
Oh, I'm just like mixing random colors for the cakes.
As you do.
Because I was like looking at them and I'm like, I don't want to go white because they're not wedding cakes. I should shrink my brush.
I mean, they could be if that's what you decide it is, but it's the joy of, your colouring for you.
Yeah. Well, if I'm sticking with the... Oh, uh-huh.
The official law is that the chocolate cakes, because you have a tea party with the bunnies and eat chocolate cake with bunnies.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. As you know, rabbits just love their chocolate cake, apparently. Please don't feed chocolate cake to rabbits.
Yeah. Don't take absurdities into real life.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
no, I love absurdity stories. Obviously, I love Wonderland, but just in general, the idea of these fantastical worlds and all of the weird things that we can imagine just being true. Like, it's hopeful.
It's a delightful escape. It just makes you smile. And I think we need that sometimes.
Just absurdities, fantastical worlds like Wonderland or the world that we're coloring.
Yeah, I love it. I am taking a long break over my channel to get water and tea, but I will be right back.
Sounds good.
Oh, good. We love a bit of self-care. There's definitely, again, this idea as a whole story where you do explore a lot of different areas of the world, which I've just called the Garden Glen in my head. I don't know if we need to name it, but there is also offshoots from that. So there's a Rainbow Cloudland. There's also a unicorn that pulls like an ice cream truck, and that's where you get your ice cream from. There is as I said, there's the Mermaid Lake with the octopus underneath it. There's tea parties with the bunnies where you eat chocolate cake. There's a few different things. And then, at the end, the very last scene of the book is basically going to be after the kids and Shadow the cat comes back home, is the kids actually asleep on the ground with Shadow the cat, having had a big, massive day of playing. And then around them are going to be piles of toys, which will be, for example, with the Leaf Rider that I'm currently colouring, there's 5 little ducklings and a mama duck. So there'll be one of those toys where you have like the big duck and the 5 little ducks behind it on a string. So there'll be some mermaids and, like a ladybug and a moth toy and just little nods to all the critters that they meet along the way. So it's like, did they actually go on this adventure or did they make it up because they're kids? Is that fun little nod?
I appreciate the way that you're ending that too, because it's funny. Like, I remember all the way back in high school, kids would write stories and then they woke up and the teachers used to like squash it and be like, no, you can't end your story that way. And the kids are like, why? It's just a story and it was a dream. And it's like, well, it takes all of the substance away from the story. It makes it so that everything that happened is no longer significant. It's not important.
Yeah.
Or like there was no real risk. There was never any danger or any reason for the story to build. And like partly because of Alice waking up in the field with the cat, like after the long day in Wonderland, I like that as the end of a story, but it's not something that's used very often in a good way. And I like the way that you're doing it because we're not saying, and they woke up from a dream.
Yeah.
It can be that they spent the entire day playing and making up this story themselves while they were playing with toys, then wore themselves out. It could have been a dream. It could have been a magical journey. And here's the protrusion back into our world. Like, there's a lot of room for interpretation left there, and it's really cool.
Yep, and that's exactly what I want to do. It's, again, with designing each of these pages, I think because I'm designing this as a colorist primarily, everything I draw, I try to draw it in a way where it's like, you could interpret this your own way. You could do this, you could do this. And it's the same thing with the book. I want it to be, at the end, was it real? Was it imaginary? It's your choice. It's a story. Like, I know, I like telling people what to think.
Yeah.
I'll give you directions and a nod, but you make the decision. This is your story, this is your adventure, and this is your colouring, and you cannot colour wrong. If you're sitting out there and you're like hesitant to start colouring, you cannot colour wrong. So just go for it. Just have fun. Yeah. They sound like very bad teachers. They do sound like very bad teachers.
That too. It was that they wanted us to be more creative and they were trying to push it, but at a rural high school, you know, they weren't getting the most creative students, shall we say. They were like, excuse me, I have to get back to working on the farm now. I wish I was kidding.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of the norm for a lot of places around here, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
yeah, you're in a country that's very rural. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I do like that idea enough that I will run it by Papaya, because the mermaids are definitely Papaya's babies. So we play mermaids when we go swimming as well. So the mermaids, that's why there's quite a bit around the mermaids that I have to very specifically get on. That's why the mermaids are one of the few things that are named in this world as well. Makes me think of the labyrinths where the goblins and stuff, and the world is all the stuff in her bedroom. Yeah.
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 Oh, that one's a perfect representation.
Yep. And one of the things about this story too, because you'll know, again, I've only done the 2 pages so far. We are working on the next one. But one of the things you'll know is with all the animals and stuff that I draw for this world, there will be no cats, because Shadow is the only cat in the Garden Glen. And then you might be like, well, why are there no cats? Because we used to also, as well as Shadow, who is a black cat, we had another cat who was a stray that wandered onto the property, who was identical to Shadow. And unfortunately, at the time, the SPCA couldn't take him because they were full. So we just kind of tried our best to look after him. And he lived under the deck. So, of course, the kids then asked me one day, well, why isn't there any cats? And I was like, oh, that's because you don't go to the Garden Glen for the cats. Like, well, where are the cats? Where does Piggy Wiggy go? Because we nicknamed him Piggy Wiggy. I was like, well, Piggy Wiggy lives under the deck, as you know. So, of course, you go through the portal in the deck, and then you go into outer space, because space cats.
Yes.
So there's a whole sequel as well.
So I got rated from someone that's a VTuber. This is like maybe 6 months and maybe a year ago. And I of course try to check out everybody that raids over and stuff like that. Like, even if it's not my vibe, I try to go at least once. Well, I've been back a few times because they are an astronaut cat VTuber. And they're a 3D, but Spork of Love. And they're pretty wholesome as well in their community. I haven't watched them enough to know for sure that it's one that I would be like, this is completely kid safe, but yeah, I would be willing to risk it with what I've seen.
Yeah, I'll have to check them out.
And for reference, like, there are only 2 streamers that I currently recommend or put on when I have the kids. And that's Amy and Sharp Balloons.
Yeah. We do our best. I know I get put on for a few kids, and it's not intentional, but it is, again, I really do want to create that wholesome, safe little glittery bubble, because when I'm in a bad day, that's what I look for. And it means when I'm not doing great, I can still be streaming because it's my safe little space as well. That's why we do it. Yeah, Space Cats. But yeah, I have to draw the whole first book first and then figure out if I actually am going to publish it as a book or just leave it as individual pages, or I don't know. I don't know. I'm just enjoying the drawing right now. So we're just going to draw some more and work on the Octopus Lake one, which is turned out to be a massive, massive spread. So
of course it has. Yeah. Are you drawing that one on stream as well?
Yeah, that was actually going to be the plan for today. I was going to finish this on Friday night and then work on that one live while you guys color whatever one you want to color.
Oh, nice.
But of course, Friday didn't happen.
Right.
I have somewhere around here. Oh, let me zoom right out. It's real scribbly at this stage again. I've been drawing these live, so if you ever happen to want to join us for a stream, my regular stream is Friday, 7:30 p.m. New Zealand time, although I did learn that the Americans are going back this week, so maybe time zones are going to be different.
Tonight we drop.
Yeah.
We jump forward an hour.
Yeah. So hopefully it doesn't make things too odd.
Yeah, I think this is our 4-hour split for a while.
Yeah, so just a reminder, if you are used to a certain time for me, as of next week, if you are one of the ones that are changing, maybe different. Somewhere around here, I have the drawings. My room is also an absolute chaos from there they are. Everything. And we'll pull out this one too. So this here is Papayah's coloring page that they have designed.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have drawn Papayah and Peel, and this is the Mermaid Lake and the octopus. And then this is Shadow over here with an extra squiggly long tail, I guess. This is the bear that gasps the pathway to Rainbow Cloudland over the hills. Trees there in the distance, that's when you come into the glen. And then here's the chocolate cake that the bunnies eat with you.
That's so amazing. I can see this as like you redraw this page into the scene that will actually fit.
Yeah.
And then like that just ends up being something in the back of the book, or maybe one of their later drawings.
Yeah, I would have to check with 3D Tools that it would be okay to publish it. But yeah, the idea is that it will just be a little thing in the back of the book at the end. So this may be a bit small on streams, but yeah, this was like a first design. Basically, the idea is it's actually going to be 3 pages that sit side by side.
Okay.
So and you can put all 3 together to get a massive view right across the lake.
Oh, got you. Like they're visiting 3 different spots in the lake, but it's a continuous picture.
Yeah, so you're just getting a big underwater scene. So in this one, which again, very, very scribbly, because this has just been sketched out for placement, we have the octopus making potions, and that's where Papayah is going to be. Apparently, I've got a little fish with a stop sign.
Great use of an octopus.
Yeah.
You have 8 arms. Do chemistry.
Yeah.
If I didn't already say it, hi, Shreya.
And then on this one, this is the one with Peel, who is going to be resting on a lily pad with floaties. We decided on chat that Peel needed floaties, which is absolutely adorable, patting the fish. We also have Shell Dash, the turtle delivering food underwater.
Oh my God.
That was another chat initiative. So this is what happens is I just describe the scene and then chat comes up with silly things. because I drew a turtle and then, we turned it into Shell Dash. There are some alternative names on the back here. It could also, we've got Shell Dash / Slow Dash, the Turtle Express, I can't even read my writing there, actually. I can't read my writing. Slow, steady snails. I can't even read my writing. That's not very good, Amy. And then on the third page, which will be the right far side, is actually there's a cave system that is in the lake that connects up with, say, the waterfall at the Rainbow Waterfalls and stuff like that. So you can take passageways in there to connect up with other areas. And this is the big rock that Shadow's going to be sunbathing on the top of. So, this one page has now become 3 pages. It's going to be a wild one, but I'm kind of excited. I think it'll be really fun to do the 3 pages in one. Yeah. No, thanks, PB. It's really nice to be drawing again, and it's really nice to feel okay about drawing again too.
I felt so special when you did the Christmas card for our community. Was that a couple years ago now?
It was. That was definitely a push on the wrist, that one. But
I had a feeling it was going to be, and I was like, I don't want you to push yourself if it's too much, but I would love to have your art.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful
definitely, you did. Definitely, like, there's been little things here and there that I've done, and it's like, okay, I'm getting a bit more confident. Definitely taken time. And there's still times when I look at what I draw and it's like, again, it's that judgment against the old, because I used to do such realism, and a lot of what I've been doing now has definitely got more of a cartoon nature to it, because I just can't get that control and that preciseness that I used to get. But I actually am growing to like the cartoon aspect a little bit more. And again, like this one, I look at this and I can see, anatomy. Okay, it's not perfect. It's not perfect here. It's not perfect. But I actually kind of enjoy the childish charm of it now, I think. That's probably been the biggest step, is just actually going, no, I actually kind of dig the look of it. Like, it just makes me happy. And I think at the end of the day, as long as it makes me smile, then I'm happy to release it. So... And I definitely smile a lot with these pages. So
good. That's so important.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you said this was a chocolate cake, because I really like this choice of color now that I made the main frosting body here into a deep dark chocolate.
It looks like it's a chocolate cake with raspberry coulis and then like pistachio cream.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds good.
Doesn't it? I was like, I wasn't sure what I was going to color it. And I was like, I knew I wanted the drips to be bright pink.
Yep.
That was as far as I'd actually gotten in my head.
Can't go wrong. Welcome back, Katie.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
And welcome
back,
I have
the full
Shreya.
ADHD spread of water, flavored drink, which right now is chocolate milk, and caffeine, which is a caffeinated tea.
Ooh, wonderful. I currently have an empty coffee cup, an empty water cup, and about 2 sips left of a Diet Coke.
Oh no.
So I used to have
take a break and go refill.
Yeah, I used to have the same thing you're doing, but somewhere along the way they turned into empties.
Somehow.
I have flavored water and plain water. Woo!
Nice. Listen, I love sparkling water. When I was younger, I was like, that's just a thing that rich people drink. I don't know why I had that opinion of it, but it just seemed like the sort of thing I only the only people who ever had it were people around me that I would like meet.
Given the age that you said you were, without revealing anything, that makes perfect sense, because it was like restaurants would be like sparkling or tap, and it's like, what? Only like the fancy ones would ask that. And
yeah,
there was oh god, what is the name of that Canadian company? Glass bottles, metal caps.
Yes. Oh
and
my
then
god,
they had like the styrofoam handle.
Water.
Right?
Canadian Mist, or
I think that's right.
Canadian. That also might be a whiskey. Hold on.
It might be.
That's a whiskey.
Okay.
It's not Canadian Mist. It's It's Flair, help me. Clearly Canadian. I was like,
clearly Canadian. There we go. But yeah, Shreya got it. Perrier, which was like the earlier one, and it was like that green glass bottle. It was really made to seem to be like this upscale thing. It wasn't fruit flavors. It was just, here's carbonated water, and who's going to drink that?
Oh, Flair and Esper helped. Thank you. I was like, I'm struggling. Canadians, help me. I can only remember whiskeys off the top of my head. It says a lot about me as a person.
These are things that just make me want to hang out even more, just for the record.
Right. For those of y'all who didn't know, Vi is local to me in the grand scheme of things. I don't actually know how far away you are from me. We'll have to figure that out at some point. But
within essentially neighbors in the scheme of Twitch.
Yes, literally, yeah. There's a fair amount of streamers in the Pacific Northwest, as it turns out. A lot of the ones in Portland I met after I left Portland, and I was like, well, in the night, sorry.
Hang out with me long enough and you'll meet him again or meet more of them, because I either drag them up here or go visit them, because like I'm going to Portland on the 26th and then coming back either the night of the 29th or the 30th.
Do you know Oh No Please Don't?
Ooh, I don't know if I do. I was like, I know the name, but I don't know that I've spent time in their stream.
It's a couple.
Okay.
Who streams together, and they're super fun. And I met them literally, as far as I know, they still live in Portland, which they say openly. And I met them right after I left, and they're a gas. They're great. So I think you'd probably like them. I will send you their Twitch link and
fantastic.
Whatnot. Super fun, very 420 friendly.
I mean, Seattle and Portland both. That kind of goes with the territory.
Yeah, it sure does. I was literally walking a dog earlier today, and they wanted to say hi to the dog I was walking, who's normally very sweet, but she's never smelled that before. So she went to go like happily let them pet her, and then she sniffed them and was like, "What the hell?" And I was like, "How do you live in Seattle and not know what this smell is? I don't know."
Right.
Going back to bed. Wait, I'm not leaving. Okay, Leah, we'll see you in a second. But yeah, we need to plan a hangout. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you, okay, I won't evangelize about this, but have you seen Heated Rivalry?
Wait, what?
Have we talked about this? Have you seen Heated Rivalry?
I have not seen Heated Rivalry. I think we talked about that recently. And I talked about it with some other friends.
Yep.
I know you were like going out with a group to watch it at a bar or something.
Well, I didn't get to go to the watch parties, but they had watch parties at a couple of bars and also a private one. But we recently did a watch party, like a private watch party for Connor on SNL. But I was going to say, if you watch it and you end up liking it, I have a built-in group of queer local community to introduce you to, of like 50 people. So, and
I just want to get some friends to go with me to the Seattle Torrent.
We're going on Pride Night. A bunch of us are.
When is that? I'll look it up. You don't have to worry about
Discord. It. No, it's okay. The Discord is very organized. They're type A. They keep me going where I need to go. We have events for everything.
Nice.
April. Where is the event thingy? we have a channel called Girl Aquarium and Boy Septic Tank. Torrent Pride game is April 25th.
Okay, just after Earth Day. I might be able to pull that off.
Yeah, we might still have. I can see. Hold on, I'll message them right now.
If you just organizing a date live on stream, it's perfect.
Absolutely.
This is how it works. So if you don't grab people when you grab people, it never gets scheduled. Yeah.
The messages that come up later, and then it's like, oh, I don't know, but maybe, and it's like, oh, you're not on my calendar, and with mine, it's like, if you're not on my calendar, then I am now 200 miles away on that day.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah.
Again, I know how busy you all are. Like, this is why I was so shocked that we organized this in 20 minutes.
Because I was the fact that I didn't have... Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
I was fully expecting 4 or 5 bounce arounds between all of us. Like, yeah. And it was like, oh, what about this date? This date? Yeah, free up. Can we do it?
Yeah. And the first time suggestion too, when I think you said
Right?
afternoon, and I was like, if we did 4 o'clock my time, it would be like midday, early afternoon for y'all. And then everyone was good. I was like, what is this? It was fate. It was fate. It was written in the stars. Okay, I've sent Sydney a ping. Because we had bought some, we always just, anytime there's like an event that any of us want to go to, a bunch of us typically buy like extra tickets. And there had been some extras. So it might be built in and also like a really good price because of people working at universities and various ways of accessing
that's
things.
really nice.
Yeah.
I need to let you know the next time that I do cabaret. If you're into cabaret.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good reaction.
I've never seen it.
Never?
It looks so good.
No.
Okay. I don't know when they're coming back, but last year they were here May, November, I think in March. But they're coming in March. But the table's already full this time.
Okay.
But what I do is I buy a table and it's anywhere between 4 and 6 seats. So then I just like write to a whole bunch of friends and I'm like, what are you doing on this date? There's a seat for you at the Triple Door.
Yeah, that's the way we got to do it these days.
Yeah.
The only way to make it work.
Exactly.
Finally, I could just jump on a plane.
I know.
Someday people are going to invent teleportation, and then my whole life will change.
We can't be that far from it. They've done tests with basic like particles and molecules and stuff, so we're getting there.
So what's, billions of particles that have to be attached to each
right?
other?
And have you seen the show The Prestige? The movie The Prestige?
No, but I'm familiar.
It sounds familiar. Yeah.
It's a magic trick thing, but I can't say this without giving away the end of the movie. It's an old movie, but it deals with teleportation in an interesting way. And I've always liked this when it comes to the Star Trek teleporter. It tears you apart completely down to molecules. And then it puts you into a computer and it reformulates you. So is the person on the other side of the teleporter really you? Or is it just a data copy?
So that is a matter of philosophy, because the way that the teleporter works in Star Trek is it pulls apart your molecules and stores a pattern, and then it reassembles molecules of the same nature in that order at the destination, but it is not your molecules.
It's not the same molecules that started, right?
Yeah. So while on one hand, we can say that all the cells in our body are completely replaced every 7 years, so like we do that to ourselves slowly over time, and is consciousness who we truly are, or is every part of our physical form who we truly are? So like whether or not it's you on the other side is purely a matter of perspective and philosophy, because it's totally valid to say, no, every bit of me was left behind, and this is a copy that does happen to be sophisticated enough to retain my memories and be able to live on. But it's not actually me. But it would be equally true to say who you are is your personality, your cognition, your state of being aware of your existence. And if that holds true, that by the time you get to the other side and nothing is lost, which is true in that environment, then you would also be right to say that like that is you, so
I would just be like, can the machine make duplicates? If the machine makes duplicates, they're copies.
Yes.
It's one and done. Original.
There have been a couple of episodes of transporter accidents where there were duplicates made.
Yep.
Duplicates
so
into the wrong form.
Yeah.
Computers becoming physical. Like holodeck transformer, because holodecks use the same technology as the teleporters to create physical experiences.
God, holodecks are a nightmare of like consent.
I mean, I've been joking about this a lot.
If it could make me a clone, it would be very useful some days.
Listen, my first request, if we lived in a Star Trek world and I still had to be stuck in this body with so many problems and the medical world couldn't fix it, I would be like, can just put me back together right on the other end?
Right? I mean,
can you put me back together but better?
That's one of the things though, like, why would there be disease if you could just erase it from the pattern?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my disease is literally genetic. Give me the genetic code that I'm missing and wham bam, thank you, all good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I've been wondering where they're going to get with that, with like CRISPR and all of that technology. The potential is so high.
Wait, what's CRISPR?
CRISPR is a gene editing tool.
Oh Jesus. This is how I Am Legend happens, I swear to God.
Right?
We start fucking with DNA and shit gets real. Way too real, way too fast.
Well, I've wanted to know for a while,
like, high-ranking irrational fears.
Yeah, of course. No, I've wanted to know for a while, like, can we use it for things like editing the FOXL2 gene, which is one that's responsible for maintaining masculine or feminine traits and secondary sex characteristics. So right now, the answer is no, but they've been able to turn it off in mice. So we're not that far off from that being a reality, and it stops being a can we and starts being a should we question.
The developments that they make all the time, like things seem like they take ages, but genuinely these massive discoveries that are being made quite rapidly. A lot of what slows down these things being released is the ethical discussions.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And they're like, okay, we've tested what can happen with this, but what if it goes wrong? How do we figure out how to predict what could go wrong and how to determine whether or not we should still go forward with it?
And that's where all the clinical trials come in.
Mm-hmm. And if it came out of the US, it is not a very thorough clinical trial.
No.
Someone once described it as, it was one of my German friends. They're like, in America, you have to prove that it, under certain conditions, was okay to take. And in Germany, you have to prove definitively that it cannot cause harm or something like that. And I was like, damn.
It's a much higher threshold, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure they also have very strict rules about what kind of genetic modifications Germany is allowed to do.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Might be a little bit of a moral, higher moral cap there. But
I mean, we won't get into states of the world and all of that at the moment.
We're coloring a beautiful coloring page.
Exactly.
We're coloring a pretend world where it doesn't matter and everyone's good. Everyone is what they want to be.
Yes. She's like cheese oil to me. Oh my God, Flair. Sorry, go ahead.
I had Papaya ring me when they were coloring the page that you two are coloring, the Treetop Treats, and asked me a few questions because they wanted to know, like, was it a specific bird? And then told me precisely what bird they colored their bird as. I was like, good on you. It's not a specific bird. They did it as a rainbow kingfisher. But then they were like, do the kids have to pay for the food? Because we don't have money. And I was like, it's okay. You're visitors to the Garden Glen and they know you're visitors and no kids go hungry. You're fine. You get the food for free. It is a shop and normally people pay, but the shopkeeper's being nice.
Shreya, are you still here?
That's so cute. I love it when kids get so into the fantasy that the like real world worries pop up. And you can see like their empathy shine through where they're like, what if these fictional kids went hungry? That's based on me. I'm tied to this. She can't go hungry. I didn't think about looking up a specific bird. I should do that.
Can do if you want. Again, it's not. I did look up a bird while I drew it to get some of the shape, but it's not entirely copied from that bird, and it is sort of changed a little bit. It's a bird. You make it whatever you want to make it.
Yeah, I was just looking for interesting coloring patterns.
Exactly. And sometimes it's fun to do that, so you can look up fun colors or different ideas, or, you know. Yeah. Sometimes it's just fun to look up weird stuff in the world and just admire the colors. Like when we looked up rainbow water for the water on Leaf Rider, the one I'm coloring.
Yeah.
Because my river is rainbow.
And I didn't get the bird flavor of autism, so I don't know anything about birds. So I'm like, I don't even know. Like, I could color it all red and it could be a cardinal. That's what I know. But that wouldn't even be true because there's markings.
It's just burb. That's my understanding. I do like them though. There's a bird. So I have a bunch of trees just outside my window, and the birds all like to land on there and nibble. Like right now, there's a bunch of berries that are producing, so they're coming and they're feeding all the time. But there's, the local sparrows. We do get these beautiful birds that are called tuis that have like these beautiful olives, oil slick type colors, like dark black that goes greens and blues and purples, and they have a bit of brown. They're beautiful birds. And then we get like the sparrows, and we do get these like big blackbirds and all that. So we get all these beautiful birds. Then every once in a while, there's this random flash of color, and I'll look up and there's a parrot, and I'm like, you've escaped from the zoo again. Because these are bird sanctuary at the zoo, and the bird likes to come visiting every once in a while. And I'm like, look, you're escaped again.
That's so funny. I assume they have a tracking device on it.
They must know, like, it must go to a certain location every time, or, they must know somehow how to get this bird back. But
he's escaping to visit his partner.
Yeah.
We must meet in the dark of the night. I've construed a story for it already.
Now, there's a couple of animals that like to escape from the local zoo. They had a thing with the monkeys recently too, because one of the monkeys worked out that right in the corner wasn't quite as secure, and so it could escape, but it just chilled right outside.
Oh my God.
It didn't go very far, but the
just did it to do it.
Yeah, the zookeepers were like, well, we're going to have to fix that.
I love it.
I love it. Like
this is unfortunate.
We have the zoo here is also one of the frequent places that we go of the nibblings, because it's just a very small zoo. It's not a big zoo. They literally have like a barn where they've got some farm animals, so you can go and see like sheep and pigs and rabbits. And then they have a I think it's an aviary, but you like walk in and there's a door, and then you walk through a second door, and it's just an open enclosure with birds that fly around everywhere.
Yeah, aviary.
Yeah, so we have one of those, and then there's like a small monkey. Let's say small monkey. It's the main part of the zoo, but there's a bunch of monkeys, and then there's some otters and stuff, and like a little water enclosure as well. So it's not a huge zoo, but the whole thing is enclosed. So you bring the kids in, you close the gate, and the kids, they can't go anywhere. There's a playground and the animals.
Nice.
So it's a common, like, take the kids and let them run wild because they can't go anywhere. But where the zoo is, it's right next to what we call the Bowl of Brooklands, which is a natural amphitheatre. It's like this natural stadium, essentially, and they've put a stage at the bottom on the middle of a lake, so it's really cool for outdoor concerts.
Ooh.
It's a really cool space. It's in the middle of a park, so it's surrounded by trees, and yeah, again, really gorgeous area to go to. I live in a really cool place. But every year we have this thing called WOMAD, which is the World of Music, Art and Dance. And it's basically a 3-day festival that they put on where they take the entire Pukekohe Park, the Bowl of Brooklands, including the amphitheatre and the Centennial Gardens, and they turn it into this massive space with multiple stages where they bring in music from all around the world, and very like indie folk music. They have like workshops about readings and book writing. They'll bring in a lot of local iwi and tribes, so you can learn a lot of traditional te reo, like they did a pōwhiri and making of the, I can't remember the name, I should know the name, but these as they do kapa haka, which is like a choral chant, and they'll have poi. That's the word I'm looking for. You may also know them from island culture. They a crossover to Māori culture, but they have poi, so they had like poi making classes and stuff like that. So it's this incredible, massive event for 3 days. Brings in thousands upon thousands of people, but of course the zoo's right in the middle of this, and they've got concerts going from like 9 a.m. to midnight, right? And it's not cool for the animals. So as part of all of this going on, they also arrange for all the animals to go on holiday. So the zoo shuts down for 3 days and all the animals go on holiday around the country.
Oh my God. I love that this is their yearly vacation.
Yes, so the animals.
It's their PTO time.
Yeah. So I think last year they sent a couple of the monkeys away to go and make friends for baby monkeys. But yeah, they go on holiday. Yeah, so there's a couple of farms around that take like a lot of the farm animals, and they just go and have a time, and then after the weekend, after everything's set up and the animals are all chill, they bring them all back. So yeah,
love it.
That to be more saturated.
I love that. Beautiful.
I'm so happy my this is so weird, but my Discover Weekly has been like stuck on classical for the last 3 months. Like ever since we did
Discover Weekly?
It's a Spotify thing, but it's just
okay.
It recommends like, here's some songs we think you would like from artists you haven't heard before. And it was like so good last year. It was hitting where I listened to country, where I listened to singer-songwriters. For EDM, it was hitting all of the right tracks for that kind of vibes too. So it was just like a lot of really fun artists. Well, last year I did what a friend and I called Genrely Speaking, and we listened to a different musical subgenre every week for the whole year.
Cute. Love it.
And it's fine, but that made all of the discovery systems go, you listen to what? Like, you listen to protest songs one week and classical another, and then bossa nova, and then UK hip hop. Like, what do you actually? Yeah, it's like, what do you want to listen to? And then it came out of that, and it was like, your listening age is 76, and here's classical because that's the only thing we know to give to 76-year-olds. And I was like, wait, but that's not really who I am.
As a 37-year-old, I am offended because I frequently listen to classical.
There's nothing wrong with listening to classical. It's great music.
It's great.
So we got our Spotify Wrapped in this house, and someone I know is the one who clued me into the fact that it had been released. They are just a few years younger than me, and they got their Spotify listening age was 31. So, younger.
Sure.
And my Spotify Wrapped thought that I was 30, and I was like, thanks. That's what everybody, that's the top end of the guesses I normally get. And then Killian got his Spotify thought he was 81. And I was like, what have you been listening to? He listened to a little bit of classical, but what he was mostly listening to were like the golden oldies, like the 1950s type doo-wop type stuff.
Yep.
And it just, Spotify was like, well, you couldn't possibly appreciate this unless you were alive at the time. So clearly you must be in your late 70s or early 80s. And I just thought that was the funniest. And he's like several years younger than me. So I got 30, he got 81. I cried, laughed when he told me about that. When I was like, oh, your Spotify Wrapped is out. You should go. Amazing. Oh, I have a care package to do that I didn't see. Oopsies.
Mine was always skewed because I tend to use Spotify for stream music, but now I use YouTube music. So mine was always skewed by stream music.
Mine
instrumental.
Yeah, mine was for 1 year. It was when Stream Beats was my most played album and song, and artist, I
Yep.
was like, oh no. And then
Oh no.
then I discovered private sessions and I was like, okay, so I will use private sessions whenever I'm streaming, and that way it won't like track that for my discover or most played, all of that nonsense.
No, that makes sense. I should have done that, but I mean, I literally was only using Spotify for when I streamed because I have YouTube Premium. You can get music on YouTube. So I was like, screw it, I'll just use YouTube because I'm already paying for Premium to not get ads on YouTube.
There you go.
Why double up on subscriptions? Because, got to stretch those dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I set up the whole thing to make Spotify play but not end up on the VOD so that I could stream with Spotify music, and it worked for one stream and then it broke and I've never been able to fix it. So I just used the same exact YouTube video of lo-fi Zelda music every single time I stream. But it's on YouTube, so it doesn't impact my Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah. And that works too. That works for a lot of things. I know I go into some streams and it's like, oh, right, that's the song that they use for their starting song.
Shona says there's an option to exclude from my taste profiles because they use Spotify for calm sleeping music and it skewed the rap. So good to know.
Good to know.
Oh, I feel like I've been doing grass forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, I'm about to color a bunch of bark on the tree, and I'm just like, it's brown time for now.
Yeah, that was my only hesitation with the page and why I wanted to fill up so much of the page with not tree. So it's like, otherwise it's a lot of tree. It's the same here. It's a lot of grass.
Brown is a nice rich background, so it's fine.
Yeah. And also, your tree doesn't have to be brown. My trees are purple.
True, that's a good point. I think I'm making everything else so vibrant. I want it to be more muted so that the colors pop elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's also valid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, if you're over here, there's ads, and I know we're not supposed to tell you where you can go to avoid them, but if you're watching the multi-Twitch, you can also be watching Katie and Amy.
Then you don't get ads.
It's true.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You don't get ads on Amy's at all.
There are currently no ads on Amy's channel. This is very accurate.
Yeah.
I feel like there's something about this that I'm not getting.
What's that?
I'm not part of the program. I'm not affiliate.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah. I made the decision to leave a long time ago.
I think I remember us talking about this now.
Yeah. And that's not me. Again, no bias to anyone who does. Like, get that dollars. I will sit through so many ads to earn you as many cents as I can. Yeah, for me, I don't like the pressure. I mean, it's the same reason why I release the coloring pages for free. Again, I know I can do it for money, but also I love a freebie. I will give as much away for free as possible. I'm not like going to pretend I don't need money, but the world's tight enough. There's enough crap going on. Have a freebie. Enjoy. And it makes me so happy when people show me what they've coloured or done or, there shouldn't be a thing on creativity. Like, if you're sitting there, you're like, I've always wanted to colour, but I can't afford the fancy markers that I see on all the videos, or I can't afford this, or I can't afford this. Like, legit, there are so many freebies out there. I will show you where you can legit get free entire colouring books, because there are illustrators who put out entire colouring books for free. And, there's nothing wrong with cheap supplies either. You can do a lot with really cheap supplies. It's all about the process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I forget if it was Washington or New York, but they had a program that they instituted at some point recently where they basically had a bunch of creators. It could be, various art mediums apply to be a part of it, and their living costs were covered for a year as long as they were creating art. and there was no like commission anything. There was no like requirement about how much art they were making. It was purely an experiment to be like, how much art can an artist art if an artist doesn't have to pay bills?
It was actually, I can't remember if it's Norway or Netherlands or
Oh, I'm sure Norway did it too.
Somewhere in the European countries, but there was a study done there where they did a similar thing for artists, where they gave them a grant, they covered their bills, and they looked at how much, like they basically worked out for every dollar that they invested, they got $1.15 back into the country between the artists being creative and promoting and like what they were doing and the spending and the local business initiatives and all that sort of stuff. So they basically worked out for every dollar they invested, they get $1.15 back. So it's quite an interesting study to see.
It's almost like art is important.
Yeah, it's funny, like the government spending programs that end up making more money, and like unemployment insurance and food stamps are also in that same vein, because people have to spend it. The people who are getting those benefits don't have an option to like put it in the bank and sit on it. It's not making profit for them. It has to go back into the economy, and it's like it's spent like 5 times over and pays bills and comes back. So
yeah, it's not just investing in one person, you're investing in a community.
Yeah. There was a big initiative during the last government shutdown where, like, we won't get into the details, but basically it was the like, good luck, your food stamps won't be filled, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was a bunch of shopkeepers that were like, you do realize that like if these people can't buy food, I can't buy food because they buy food from me. And I pay employees because they buy food from me. And all of a sudden, a bunch of Americans were like, wait, there are consequences for actions? What? And I'm like, God, people just don't know. They just don't know.
No, they don't.
It's almost like investing in the, like, what is it? A rising tide raises all ships. Investing in people has a positive return, like always. There's a reason why it used to be considered a sign of wealth and prestige to simply sponsor artists and be like, see these beautiful works of art that were created? That happened because I'm so cool. We need to get back to that.
My favorite form of philanthropy, for sure.
Right.
As someone who has done the full-time artist grind, very much appreciated.
I'm going to share the song that just played in my ears. But I don't want any of you to put it on stream, so.
Okay, I'm excited.
Okay.
Love that as an introduction to the song.
I'm like, I can't even say what it was saying, but it is just like the sweetest sounding song with the least wholesome lyrics at the end.
Amazing, amazing. I can't wait. Okay, I'm super far behind in my chat, but I was trying to catch up for a second. And when we were talking about the teleporter dilemma, Beaver said, transporter of Theseus. Are you still the same ship?
We'll take it.
I thought that was really funny. Was I really me before the teleportation? Welcome back, Leo. Can the machine make changes? Canonically, the Star Trek machine, the like teleporter, cannot intentionally make changes. They're just accidents that happen, if I remember correctly. Because there are several storylines where somebody's like ill.
They used it for medical.
So what they do is when people have something incurable that they can't figure out how to fix, a lot of the like Starfleet scientists will be like hiding someone's transporter pattern, like by prolonging their life by keeping them in transporter stasis, essentially.
Okay, I do remember that.
It does boil down to how we define ourselves. If we define ourselves by the culmination of our memories and experiences, then yes, we're still ourselves afterwards. Yeah, put me together correctly. I'm reading through the messages that I missed when we were chatting about it.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you are streaming with multiple people and then we get caught up in a chat and then it's like, oh, wait, also streaming.
Yeah.
We're not intentionally ignoring you. We'll get to the messages.
No. I apologized earlier and they were like, it's okay. We're used to your chaos. And I was like, cool.
And now we're just amping the chaos.
Yep.
Oh, gosh. I think I'm done on the grass. Finally.
Okay.
Wow, Kai, I just read your comment about the cure for that pancreatic cancer, which is one of the only completely uncurable ones heretofore. Can't believe people are making fun of the way that the person looked. That's wild. Got a lot of people listing their ADHD drink trifectas. We've got Coca-Cola Zero, orange juice, and tea. I approve of this message. I don't do diet sodas. If I drink a soda, I drink a regular soda because I'm a super taster and everything tastes like soap and grossness to me if it's diet. Leo is one of our resident artists. She made my PNG and she said it's a very cute drawing, so she approves of the art.
Thank you. That means a lot because I freaking love your PNG. It's so cute.
Thank you. Yeah, I literally was just like talking about it. And I don't remember how this came up, but Leo was like, so what's your vision? And I was like, I actually put together, like I've commissioned a lot of art in my day, mostly for D&D characters. And so I've learned how to put together, like, artists love me. I'm like, here is the Google Doc. Here is the face claim. Here is the exact hair sample coloring I want. Here is the exact skin tone coloring I want. Here is the outfit, but here are the changes that I want. Here are images for every individual change that I want. Here is the hex code number for the color of the jacket. Here is the hex code number for the color of this whatever. Or here's like a picture of the exact coloring detail I want for it. I want this style of this, and everything has pictures and color codes and references. And it's just, I'll send it off to a new artist when I commission something from them, and they'll just be like, thank you. This is going to be so easy. There will be few questions.
Yeah.
So I had that basically put together for my someday I might get this. And then she just made it for me because she's a doll.
Aww.
Mm-hmm. Wow. What is the name? Orioles. Now I'm looking up birds from people talking about birds that apparently are so orangey they look like traffic cones.
Ooh.
Stopped.
Kababy Wavy. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but thank you. I very much appreciate that. It is indeed very vibrant and bright.
Yes.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yours has so much color, and the pink grass is incredible.
And you know we're adding glitter to that Rainbow River.
Oh, of course. It's got a sparkle.
Well, you should.
Oh, yeah. It's a fantasy land. Kia ora. Welcome in. I am co-streaming today with both Violacious and Katie, who you'll be seeing Vi's digital colouring page above, and Katie is also colouring, but we don't have the footage, but is also live on Twitch.
Sorry.
It's okay.
One of these days I'll remember to use the OBS virtual camera so I can put it in other places.
Oh, yeah. I've got it set up so that I've actually captured your stream. Now I'm actually wondering because I haven't looked at OBS in a while. Oh, yeah. So I'm capturing your stream and then I cropped it down to just what you've got, your coloring scene. Thanks for the follow, new friend. We've got anonymous follows here. Smart.
I unfortunately don't have the room to have Katie up as well as 4 chats and my OBS and the Discord.
Oh, I know.
Like, I need up. Otherwise, I would do the same thing because it is very smart.
That is really
if
smart.
you saw how many windows I had open right now, well, I guess you can kind of see across the bottom of my screen here. We've got Photoshop. We've got Caffeinated, which is powering chat. The Stream Deck, which technically does not need to be open. It can sit in the tray. Snipping tool, Steam, Notepad, the Go XLR for the mixer, Spotify for the music, my file explorer for just navigating here. Looking up important things like the medical transporter for Star Trek. We've got my bot, OBS, Discord, all running. And this is pretty normal. And every one of them is open at least partially on one of these screens.
To have a good screen. It's the one thing I do wish my laptop had was another thing so I could actually have a reasonable screen.
Yeah.
Because I'm grateful I have the two. I'm grateful I at least get two screens because, oh my God, I couldn't imagine doing this on one screen. But two's better than none.
Do you by chance have an extra monitor? If like you had the ability to plug it in?
Kind of. I've got something I can pull and turn into a monitor.
That's your drawing tablet, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Kababy Wavy. It's actually my own colouring page. The colouring pages that you're seeing being coloured are actually things that I have drawn, designed, and released for free. So you can hit up my Ko-fi and download the colouring page and colour it yourself if you'd like to.
Ooh, this last one is a pepper and fires. Are these supposed to be talkies?
Yeah. Yeah. To get spicy chips in there for me, there's got to be something that nods to me on every page.
Yes.
And, you know, what am I known for? Spicy. So, yeah. Fun fact, the mermaid on Leaf Rider is also a nod to Bubbles, the mermaid that I play. So
nice.
That's also me on the page as well. There's a little nod on each page. Because, you know, self-insert or something like that. I don't know.
It's funny. I'm really looking forward to Monday for trying to figure out like what all of the elements I need are for the TTRPG in chat.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny because the storytelling element is going to be severely lacking there. And so I'm trying to think of like how I can incorporate that too. Because I've been trying to figure out like what should chat be able to do. Obviously, I want them to be able to attack. I want them to be able to interact with their different skills and stuff. But there's classes of characters and there's actual stat blocks and there's leveling up. All of that stuff goes with it. My poor streamer bot is going to have so many user variables to manage.
I can barely understand it as is. I'm glad you're the techie one sorting this stuff out. It's going to be amazing when it's done, but I can't even wrap my head around the concept of it. So, yeah.
Well, I already have the dice roller. And then I actually have a made up list of characteristics for instead of like the D&D set where you get like strength, dexterity, you know, agility, wisdom, stuff like that. This one is based on the word wonder.
That makes sense. Keep it in the branding.
So it's very much on brand. This is actually why I have Notepad open. Wit, openness, nerve, dexterity, essence, and resolve. And I'm torn on nerve and resolve because they're kind of similar. Nerve is like bravery. It actually is funny because I put these in to a AI thing like a year ago.
Sorry, before you get what if you changed dexterity to drive and then nerve to nimbleness? So nimbleness instead of dexterity, and then drive, so like determination.
Or are we talking about the game system?
Yeah, sorry, I knew I was going to lose it if I didn't interrupt right now and say that right now.
No, you're totally fine.
That's great. Leo,
I'm not fine. that was because of a typo that happened a second ago, not because of what we're discussing now. So I assume you're talking about the stats that you'd like to make and replacing some of them.
Yeah, because some of them end up kind of overlapping. Like nerve and resolve.
I would just like, yeah. So you said it was based on the Wonderland system. What is that?
So there isn't a system for it. I call my community the Wonderlandians. So like the Discord is Wonderland, and it's becoming more of a community rather than just like my own channel, but it's the expanded like network of streamers and friends and everybody that hang out. They're all part of Wonderland. So in making an RPG, I don't want it to be based off of any of the known systems. I want it to have its own. So instead of using
oh my God, I'm so
their
silly.
words,
yes,
I'm
course.
using the word wonder for stat blocks.
Okay. Oh, wonder. Okay, so what do you have so far? I know you've probably just gone over this, but
That's
you
okay.
Give me a quick rundown. So sorry.
Right now, it's wit, openness, nerve, dexterity, essence, and resolve. And then Amy just suggested swapping nerve for nimbleness and then replacing dexterity with drive. So drive becomes more about like ambition and that side of things. Determination.
Yeah. So you still get a little bit of resolve in a way, but it's more like you could use it for I really need to achieve this goal, but also, pushing through. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's almost could be con in a way, but more self-inflicted. Yeah, I don't know. I saw it in different ways.
Yeah, no, I like that.
And then nimbleness instead of dexterity, which is still dexterity, but not using the word dexterity, which of course is D&D.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like it.
Me too.
So is openness the replacement for charisma, or is that because wit would obviously be like intelligence?
It's like curiosity, empathy, receptiveness. So
okay.
Think like needing to be open-minded, needing to be understanding, things of that side of things.
Okay. I love it. I'm a visual and kinesthetic person, so I've already forgotten most of the things you said, but I have the vibe of it. And I'm trying to figure out which thing would represent force of personality.
Ooh.
Because that's really all that charisma is the force of your personality.
Yeah, what I'm actually noticing as I'm looking at this is I don't really have anything that's for like a strength type of a stat, something physical.
Mm.
Nimbleness is, but it's like athletics. Wit, openness, nimbleness, drive, essence, and resolve. I'm like,
see,
I need something more physical.
You could use like, if it's like you need to power through to lift this heavy object, how determined are you? That's drive.
Right.
Yeah. Whereas it's that you need to use your strength in a way to solve a puzzle. Well, that's resolve.
Yep.
Like, it's more flexible in the fact that it's not just strength for strength's sake, because sometimes strength is actually more than just lift object A to object B, or, it's more, it's also inner strength.
That was right. Wit, openness, nimbleness, drive, essence, resolve.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So essence would be charisma.
Yeah.
In this scenario. Okay, cool. I'm sorry, the bard in me had to be like, where do I fit into this? I need to know.
Exactly.
I've got to find my place.
Yeah, I would say that the bard is coming in more on the wit side because that's cleverness, improvisation, verbal trickery.
Fair. Okay. Ooh, having to think of things a completely different way. Interesting.
That's the idea. And then that it goes into a chat-based thing. So it's like people are using chat to make a roll of a specific type.
We'll go back from the ads, everyone. On my channel, I should say.
I forgot to welcome my chat back from ads like an hour ago.
A new friend we've made recently, it makes me giggle every time I say her name because her full name is Let's Go Lesbians, but obviously that's a lot of syllables, so I just call her lesbian. So I'll be like, hey, lesbians. I just think that's really funny.
Hey, plural lesbians.
Like I'm talking specifically. Yeah, exactly. Because that's what her name is. So
I mean, this is perfection, and clearly there is never going to be a better name on Twitch.
Nope.
Absolutely. We talk to the community of gays. That's what she just said.
Yeah.
Or I forgot you all have the chats up. That's right. How are you doing, by the way?
Flair Hart does say that the R could also be resilience.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, because you don't really need drive and resolve, which I think was something you had said. Lala, thanks for gifting a sub to lesbians. Every time cracks me up. So yeah, you could do resilience, and then that encompasses your physical traits. How resilient is your body? Ooh, God, that can cover strength and constitution.
I'm liking this.
This is why crowdfunding ideas.
Yeah, yes. You do your creative projects live, because in the chat it's like, oh, what about this? It's like, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to do stuff by yourself. I love teamwork. I'm gonna go sing. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay. What did you miss, Stardust? Lots and lots of chatter and just picking away at coloring pages.
Hi, Robin. Welcome in.
For anyone that's like, what the heck is Vi talking about? I'm not kidding when I say Vi is a tech goddess. Like, doing all sorts of fancy things with bots, which are fancy things in the background that do fancy things on streams. My bots are very basic because I like basic, because I understand basic. But when my basic stuff breaks and it goes beyond what I can Google and figure out for myself, then I message Vi and be like, please help. Or the one time I messaged Vi with just all capital letters going, help, 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 help.
I never get those kind of messages from anybody else. No.
I try not to do it. I try not to bother Vi, because Vi's a very busy person and I can Google, and usually I can figure stuff out. But there are times where I'm like, I am genuinely confused and this is going to take me 3 or 4 hours to sort out. And then I can go, Vi, is this a quick fix? And then usually it's one line and then it's fixed.
Most of the time that's the case.
Yeah. Like when I messaged Vi in a panic because my dual string broke, and I was I think I was streaming that night, and it was the charity stream, and I was like, Vi, help, 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 help. That was just pure panic. But also why I still test all my stuff before I go live.
Oh my gosh. My Stream Deck wanted to update, like, so for this stream, I have a keyboard that is an old Corsair keyboard, and it has what they call the G keys on the side. And so in addition to all of the normal keyboard buttons plus the 10 key, it has 6 G keys down the side. Now, when I got this keyboard and first plugged it in, my Stream Deck app immediately recognized it, and I was able to use Stream Deck to customize what those buttons do. And they're specifically for interacting with the stream. Guess who snuck in? Hi, Holly. We are streaming with some friends today. We've got Amy Ward Art.
Kia ora.
And Amy is the artist who drew the page that we are coloring here. And then we've also got Katie Quixotic, who's currently muted, but you can see part of her stream. She's muted because when she gets raids and follows, she actually sings, so she's muted to take care of that.
That's so sweet.
Good to see you. Thanks for the heartbeat.
Okay. Oh, Right. I need more pencils, and my pencils are not in a good place. I don't know why. Who was the smart person that decided to put their pencils where they put their pencils?
Were you cleaning up and putting things away?
No, I was just dumping stuff wherever there was space because I definitely need to do a proper cleanup because
gotcha.
I haven't had a chance.
Fair.
Yeah, that was also meant to be a Friday job. It's okay. We'll get there eventually.
Mm-hmm. Where's Crow? You have some important bread matters to take care of with them. I think they have lurked away for a little bit, but they were here earlier, so they might pop back in.
Bread.
They're big Expedition 33 fans, so yeah. I don't know if they're sticking around for the coloring stream today. This is a little more cozy, a little more conversation than those game streams. Object permanence would be a funny stat to work in.
Oh my goodness. Almost like a phrase or something.
That would be hilarious. You don't know if chat has that? That might be exactly the point. Like,
yeah.
Oh
my goodness. Like maybe there are certain things that give little boosts or little detriments.
Yeah, like it's maybe not a manageable stat, but maybe it self-manages, kind of like luck. Like, your character forgets you're in battle.
Honestly, considering the effort that goes into doing washing, that is a battle unto itself.
Oh, of course. A feat. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. The amount of times that we forget that we have washing in the machine.
Every time somebody says that, every time somebody says like forgotten washing, I'm like, wait, did I leave clothes in the washer today? Like, I don't think so. I don't think I put clothes back in the washer last time because I was afraid that I was going to.
I do definitely need to do some more laundry.
Oh, well, yeah, that's never ending.
Yeah, and unfortunately it's getting into the season where it's going to get harder to dry the clothes outside. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Vi, have you ever played Ark Survival Ascended? That is from Stardust.
Not Ascended. I played the first Ark, but not the second one.
Okay. Hello, Millie Pants. Also, follow-up totally subjective question. What's the best dino in Ark?
Wait, is Urban not working?
Hello, Millie. I have not played this. I do know it is about dinosaurs, and that's my extent of knowledge for this game. But as we know, I'm not a huge gamer. I'm an occasional gamer. I am a watch people play video games gamer.
Okay. How
are you going?
I'm going well. I've decided to like color the top couple of shelves of treats.
That's looking really good.
Whoever the person in my top right is. Oh, let me get OBS in front of me so I can see what we see. Oh, so up above me here, this is Amy Word Art.
Hello.
And then over in that corner, that is Katie Quixotic. Amy is the artist, so she is coloring this very, very vibrant. Let me actually
Do we need to?
Nope, you don't need to do anything. You can if you want to, but I'm just putting you up right over the top of me and showing off your page. So Amy is working on another in this series. So you can see the rainbow waterfall and river with the kids racing down it on leaves. Said Amy, well, your sweater looks very nice.
Thank you. It is definitely a fun thing to be doing. And again, the pages are for free on my Ko-fi. If you've ever thought, oh, I kind of want to try some coloring, please grab them. That's why they're there. This is Leaf Rider, and then Vias and Katie are coloring treetop treats. You can print them big, you can print them small, you can color them digitally. Do whatever
you can see that the part I'm actually coloring is a very small part of this whole page. There is a lot going on here, and it's a very cool page. There's a whole story that Amy is working on with these pages. Again, I'm just zoomed in and working on some of the treats because I'm going to pop out in just a little bit because I need to get back to my team because we need to practice for tomorrow. And so I suppose I should probably...
You probably should, because if you weren't aware, Via's on Twitch Rivals tomorrow, which is exciting.
I am so excited. There's been a little bit of controversy about it. But if you are on Instagram... Oh, no, I can't reshare on Instagram. I should link to it on Instagram, though, because it's... The second video is so good. A bunch of members of the Women's Guild put together a new video that got released, and it talks about the voting and the choice, and that, we all decided to play this and want to do something really fun that isn't so serious. And sometimes that's okay. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We've got some really exciting teams. So I'm just thrilled.
And I will be in the chat modding and also hyping Vi up the entire time because I have the day off because it's a public holiday tomorrow. So
yay!
I got no work. I'm going to be there going, go, 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 go. Yeah.
I'm thrilled.
And for anyone that's on YouTube and is like, oh, what's Twitch Rivals? It's a pretty big deal. You can win a lot of money in these things. They're good competitions. They actual legit competitions. And they have whole things about them. So it's actually, the details are online, so I don't have to be secretive about that because Twitch made it completely public. I'm not even signed in and I can get access to it. So the first prize team, so if we get first place, it's $2,500 for the team. $625 per player. So it is actually some decent money. That's a new chair. For playing a little
really
video game.
Nice dinners out. And playing with some amazing people. My team is the Dynamite Twins. Allie from the Dynamite Twins. Her sister's playing on a different team, so we actually are playing against one of the twins. We're also with Thick Sparklebutt and Analog Amber. So really excited. Thick Sparklebutt explained that her name is her nickname for fireflies. And now I don't think I will ever call them anything else.
I don't think I ever will either. That is fantastic. That is, oh my God. I might need to put fireflies in this story now.
Right?
Yeah, that's the sort of thing the kids would gravitate towards as well.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Because, kids think everything involving butts is funny.
And if you put that name in there, it's just even better.
Yeah, exactly. That's why there is a delightful series about the day my bum went psycho. It's a wonderful story about butts that decide they're no longer going to be butts and instead become heads. This is a legit children's story. The butts detach and rise up and form an army. And then they have to sub in temporary butts so that people can go to the bathroom. I am not kidding. This is a legit book. It is fantastic.
Oh my God.
Welcome back, Smolt. We are going good. We are making some progress. I've got the rest of Peel, and then I have Shadow and this little squirrel down here, and then we're up to the fun stuff. I mean, it's all fun, but we're pulling out the paint pens, we're doing the glitters.
We're doing special stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. The finishing touches.
Mm-hmm. Hi, you're ridiculous. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just reading Dragon Wing's comment. The next time I'm feeling down, I'm going to remind myself that at least I'm not a substitute butt.
God, I gotta know the context of that. I was singing for people.
So there's this book out there. It's a legit book. It's called The Day My Bum Went Psycho. And it's about butts who no longer want to be butts, and they detach themselves from bodies and form an army because they want to become the head. And so in order to go to the bathroom, people have to get synthetic butts to go to the bathroom. But it's basically the Butts Revolt. And this is a legit book.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I want to know what they were on when they wrote it. That's what I want to know.
This is an important question.
Yeah.
Either that or they were just talking with young kids because, yeah, if it's anything to know with my nibblings, it's all poo poo bum bum, ha 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 ha. Like, yes, child, just so funny.
Mayhaps, would you say they were talking out their ass?
Wasn't there a comic on TV
I'm sorry
about
that somebody is honking their horn.
I don't know. I just genuinely remember reading the book.
Are still hanging on?
And being like, this can't be a legit thing, and it was a legit thing.
This can't be real.
It was actually quite entertaining.
Tell me I'm hallucinating this.
Yeah. And then I swear it's an actual book. I'm going to have to find proof of this now just to prove this all to you.
Oh my God. I'm excited. I can't wait. That sounds lovely, Ethric. I love the texture of wood flooring.
Yeah.
I'm a lurky. Okay, have a good lurk. Ooh, Costco Caesar salad is good. I love that accent. What is that? That is a New Zealand accent.
Yeah. Kia ora.
A couple of people came in. Yeah, I got a raid and a couple of people came in while y'all were deafened. So they didn't hear it until just now. And they're like, woo. Even better, I want to know where to get some of whatever they were on at the time. Blair.
There it is. Yeah, it's an Australian book, which is probably why I know of it. It's by an Australian author, Andy Griffith. So it is a legit thing. The plot's a little bit more wild than I remembered.
You said Andy Griffith?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the Andy Griffith Show?
No, but it's probably
it can't be the same Andy Griffith.
No, there's no way.
That's hilarious.
I really hope not. That would be insane.
No, it doesn't look like when I click on the Wikipedia page. So, Andrew Noel Griffith. Yeah, Australian children's and comedy writer.
Okay.
Yeah, the comedy writer came in hard there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, it was comedy. American actor and comedian.
Yeah.
But he passed in 2012.
I wish you luck with your art endeavors, Kai. We missed you too, lesbians. Every time.
Not only is it a book series, they made a cartoon of it. So it is possible. They're possible. Cartoon. There you go. There you go. I just remember the book. And because it's Australian, that makes sense. Because, of course, New Zealand and Australia are neighbours. And we quite often get stuff crossover. So it would make sense.
Yeah. And Lesbians is actually Australian. So she said, Did I hear Andy Griffith? Them books from my childhood.
There we go.
Not with that accent because
I'm not crazy. This was a legit book. And it's a little bit more complex than I remembered. Because it's actually that it's not that the bums are just sick of being bums and want to be head. They're actually doing a worldwide plot to take over the world. To fill a huge worldwide fart of building up a massive quantity of methane gas in the bum-cano.
Wow.
That's the plot? Oh my God. When were these books written? You said your childhood. So these have to be, well, that doesn't mean anything. When were these books written? 2001.
2001, there we go, yeah. So, I mean, I remember reading this in my first year of high school, and that was 2001. So I wasn't young, but I do remember reading this thinking, this can't be a legit book, because I used to devour 50 books a week to read. So it's just one of those random books I've read.
There's an episode of Futurama where they combat climate change by getting all of the robots together in one particular place on the Earth. Because in Futurama, you know what Futurama is? Anybody here not know what Futurama is? Okay. The robots are powered by alcohol, so they drink the alcohol, and then a product of their processing the alcohol is that they burp, right? And it's like a fiery burp. So they get this idea in their head of if they change the Earth's orbit to push it just a little bit further away from the sun, then it will combat the heating of the Earth. So they get all of the robots together on a specific island and get them to all burp at the same time. And it starts to kind of push the world away from the sun, but it's not enough power. And Bender, of course, is late. And he shows up and he burps, and then it's not enough. And then he decides to turn over and do a fart. And that's when you find out that Bender actually most processes alcohol through farts, but people think it's rude, so he doesn't normally do it, and it creates this massive flame, and they literally push the Earth further away from the sun to combat climate change. And I'm like, I feel like Futurama stole this idea from this book, because I think that episode happened later on in 20. No, my God, not 20. In 2004, I almost said 2024. Oh God, I'm so old. What is time? It's a weird soup. Oh. Can't believe I'm having to say 20 something for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's.
I know. Oh, Lesbian said, "Oh my God, Amy, do you remember that episode of Round the Twist when one Braun won a race with a fish in his willy?" What?
I don't remember that episode, but Round the Twist was a Lighthouse show, right? I'm sure it's a Lighthouse show. I don't remember watching it specifically, but it sounds like the sort of Australian comedy that we grew up with. Yep.
Yeah, Lighthouse show. She also said Kiwis are cooler than they could ever be, so she's a fan already. Yes, everybody go follow both Amy and Violacious. You will not be disappointed. But I will be disappointed in you if you don't. No, I'm kidding.
We are a no pressure zone. You do what you feel like doing.
No pressure zone. Yeah.
We are reporting back though, so and yes, this will be on the test. It'll be about teleporters and Australian media.
It's okay, because there will also be snacks, so we'll make sure you always get feed.
Yeah, exactly. We'll feed your brain before we grill it. That's way about climate change. I'm down for it. Yes, Leo, get some good rest. Thanks for hanging out.
That's where they are. Where are my chopsticks? In the chip bag.
Where are your what?
Chopsticks. Real life hack. If you're eating something like Cheetos or Dusty, eat them with chopsticks, and then you won't get your art dirty.
Have we talked about this?
Do you have the snack ones where it's the double ring that just extends straight out from the fingers?
No, but I eat hand dirty snack foods with chopsticks usually.
Oh, nice.
And I remember it was sometime, I don't remember if it was during the pandemic or if it was right before, but I was telling somebody, I was streaming or something, and I was like, oh no, I dropped my chopstick, and they're like, why do you have chopsticks? And I was like, because I'm eating Cheetos. And they're like, the fuck? And so I explained this exact thing. And apparently no one did it then. And so I took a picture and I tweeted it. And was it Cheetos or Doritos of the picture I tweeted? I forget. But the actual brand account was like, hey, can we retweet your tweet? Retweet your tweet. Words are hard. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was like, sure, can I have a bag of chips? And they were like, no. I was like, You won't even give me a bag of chips.
Rude.
Literally. I was like, it's $4. Give me a bag of chips. And then my original tweet got more likes than their repost of it. And I was like, I'm funny and you're dumb. I'm big, I'm small, I'm right and you're wrong. I don't remember what movie that's from, but
I don't do it all the time, but I do, particularly if I'm eating something like Cheetos or Twisties, as we normally call them here, because cheese dust is notorious for getting on art projects. So if I'm just eating like candy or anything, like it's fine. It's fine. I mean, most of my drawings have cat drool, cat hair, probably a little bit of my own spittle, and then definitely crumbs from whatever I'm eating at the time. So it's fine, but yeah, I draw the line at Cheeto dust.
It's a little of my own spittle is the funniest thing I've ever heard. Just part of that list casually.
Yeah. It happens.
No, it totally does. It's just, you just said it so like casually and matter-of-factly that it tickled me. I don't know, it's just funny.
Bodily fluids are normal, and we're not going to go deeper into this PG conversation stream into that topic.
I wasn't even going to make it not PG. I'm just
going to straight put that out there right now.
Exactly.
Fair. I've been on. I even realized after I said too many curse words in a row at one point that I was like, all right, I'm streaming with Amy. I should be on better behavior.
It's okay.
I've been on good behavior.
You're doing your best, and I understand. It's the same. It's the same with a few people that join, and it's like, you know, I can't. The guests and y'all are here because you're wonderful people, and I genuinely enjoy your streams, and they are still cozy safe spaces for me to go and hang out. And it means that, you know, there's sometimes swear words, there's sometimes, you know, games that I won't watch, and there are, like, again, there's streams where you will talk about things that I don't want to talk on my channel just because that's not comfy for me to talk about. Doesn't mean they shouldn't be talked about. But that's the joy of streaming. It's your own space to do as you see fit. And for me, one of the important things is trying to keep the space for me as safe and wholesome. And yes, it's a little bit like we're living in a little glittery bubble of ignorance, but also I think sometimes you need a glittery bubble of ignorance to escape to avoid the world for a while and just
welcome. Now we have that joke here too.
And kids rise leads down a rainbow
Your
river.
name really is fantastic.
There's nothing wrong with needing that little break for a couple of hours and then going, okay, now I can go and face the real world.
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't even think it's ignorance, right? Like rest is revolution, and you have to recharge yourself in order to exist in this world, first of all, but also to engage in it in like a meaningful way, however you can. So like, I wouldn't even say it's ignorant. It's literally just like rest and restoration.
Yeah, and it's a self-care tool for me as well, because as somebody who does stream, often as a streamer or YouTube content maker, you're putting your life on the internet and you're opening yourself up a lot more than you normally would. And I am open about the fact that I am someone that struggles with mental health. And in order to be able to be here on days where maybe I am struggling a little bit more, I need to know that it's not going to be a place where we discuss certain things because I can't handle those things on those days. And again, if I feel like this, there's got to be other people out there that also feel like this, which is where I decided to make it glittery bubble of safety. And that's what we call it. We call it our little glittery bubble. Or sometimes we joke it's a rest home because I'm also the youngest person you'll meet.
I do miss my monthly dues to the Granny Squad.
Yeah. Got to join the retirement home, have your cozy blanket, and your cup of tea.
I firmly believe that the only reason that like adulthood is a scam and that like the concept is just part of a topic I won't get into, but them convincing you that you're supposed to let go of your whimsy is to like them being the world that exists. Convincing you to let go of your whimsy because you're more likely to fill that like emptiness within you, that void, with consumerism. So keep your whimsy. We can be childlike and it's great. Also, I just saw lesbians come over and go, lesbians is here. It's like so funny to me.
Welcome in. I hear Nika in the background barking
You
away.
do. She's telling me you said you were going to wrap up like 20 minutes ago. What are you doing? And I'm like, I'm making a big block of green right now. Thank you.
Babe. You got to do the burp.
That's right.
But yes, also, if you have to run,
there is a lot to color on this page, and that is probably already more coloring than I have done in a year.
And if you are ever looking after kids and you need a way to entertain kids for a while, give them this printed out rather large and a whole bunch of markers and pens, and they're going to be set for hours.
I am absolutely going to be making them color. I heard a stat today that when kids nowadays play outside or play with their friends, it's like 40 minutes before they're back to video games. And I didn't get the whole stat like locked in my brain, so I'm going to look it up. But I thought about it because obviously I get notifications on certain games they're playing, and their mom gets, other stats of what they're doing and sees them just playing games all the time. Yeah. It's like they do like unplug. But it's like, I think maybe we need a little more unplugging.
Yeah.
Knowing that that's what, like, you go over to your friends' houses and you play video games, and then you come back and you log into video games so you can play with your friends. It's like, yeah, no, like, let's go to the park.
Yeah.
They still like the parks, so need to take advantage of that while they still like it. Got training on child development, and they need 3 hours of movement a day for optimal physical development alongside nutrition, etc. Yeah, absolutely. And as far as what people call me, just Vi.
Yeah.
Just VI. So much easier. Yes, Nika, hello. You're very barky. Do you want to come say hi to chat before we go outside?
Yes, as I immediately click over to look at your stream.
Let me set the drawing tablet down and get her over here.
I'm
Nika,
surprised Shadow hasn't come to bother me yet, because he normally would be straight here, but he's decided it's not the vibe today.
You're a little off camera there, puppy.
I see a little nose. Everybody go run to Vi's channel if you're looking right now.
Vi has the most gorgeous husky called Nika, and she is adorable and the best girl and deserves all the treats.
You're going to have to get way up here, puppy. They can't
oh my
see
god,
you.
it's your little face.
Mm-hmm.
Up. Come on.
Big uppies, Mika. Oh my goodness. Look at her little pink nose spot. Oh my god, I love her. Oh my god. I love huskies.
Wait, is that camera not coming on?
Is that?
I saw her.
Oh no, she has her own camera. Nika, come back.
Oh.
Nika Cam.
Oh my gosh.
Give me a paw.
Oh my gosh. I love dogs.
The green screen's a little snug right now, but
that's okay.
Yeah.
I see her plenty.
Do you want me to snooze your ads, Vi?
No, they're fine. Because I am going to wrap up and we're going to get out of here.
Okie dokie.
So, Kaiser Rollborough, she is a wonderful dog. And right now she needs to go outside and eat her dinner. So I'm going to deal with that. And I'm going to go train with my team. Welcome and new followers. Really appreciate you all being here. And before I do go, I think hopefully by now everybody on my side knows Amy. If you don't, I don't know how you could somehow avoid that. I need to remember how to spell.
Spelling's hard.
Katie here is...
I picked up hard word.
It is... My brain is like is there a weird spelling? Because my name is an intentional misspelling. So it always like throws me off a little bit when I'm thinking of other streamer names. But and then we will raid over Amy's way because she will not have any idea what's happening.
Oh no, not at all.
Oh my gosh.
I'll be so surprised.
This is.
Yeah. That surprise raid that comes out of nowhere.
I appreciate that you were like, should I snooze your ads? I'm like, no, then I'll just have to delay.
I've got 35 seconds. I can still snooze them.
Right? You could, but no, we don't need to. We will be out of here before that. I'm going to go and train with my team. And tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific, we will be on Twitch Rivals. Then Monday night, we'll be back around 7 p.m. Pacific. And we'll be doing more Expedition 33 and then working on a custom RPG for stream, coding it, talking through it. So it should be a lot of fun. We've got a raid train actually on Monday. So there's a lot going on this month. So much. But yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Katie and Amy, for today. This has been amazing. And hopefully we can hang out more in the future.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming in and coloring it. I can't wait to see more of the page. It's so cute.
I will send it when we get more for sure.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. We'll see you soon on your own channels for the many of you that stream everywhere that we hang out together, and hopefully back here again soon. And until then, bye.
All right. Confirm that. Do that. And then we're going to go over here for a second. Oh, look, there's